And we're live.
Welcome to the Squid Squad!
We're live!
Upkeep.
Upkeep has been...
Kitten time!
Kitten time and squid time. Alright, fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live!
Balancing out
From
upkeep
San Francisco!
with wholesome.
It's Dungeons and
They're
Dragons!
big guns, obviously.
You should be up here. I've got paint up here. Never mind.
For cosplay. They're just airsoft guns I glued down.
I know. Wait, did you pull it?
Right, so,
DM,
They don't work.
take it away.
who
That's a little boring. Alright.
remembers what happened last time we
What's
met?
this symbol?
We confronted some thugs.
You did.
Magic is fucked. Fountain spat out some elemental things.
I am a hard-working woman.
Yes.
Independent woman.
We have a naive Kenku child and a suspicious...
What you talk about? What you call naive? Davi is not naive. You lie.
And a suspicious, dark and shady guy who's not really forthcoming with anything about his past, seemingly.
And a human mage that likes to go rogue and won't shut up.
Yes.
And then Santa.
You mean the baddest witch in the West?
The baddest witch in the West.
Baddest witch.
Hi.
And yeah, so we had
Don't forget the samurai cat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Samurai.
Samurai lion, baby.
Samurai
Looking
lion.
for another one of her a brother, a cousin. I didn't.
Not a brother.
She
Okay.
didn't specify.
Okay.
My eyes are up here.
But you should put the symbol.
Regardless, that is all correct.
Not a bad idea.
And after talking with many NPCs, stopping the fountain from continuing to spit out small elemental imps, you all tracked down some of the thugs at the mayor's behest. And you did track them down to behind the Siren's Call late at night, where they are reportedly selling off magic items off the grid. And you came across all three of them. The customer they were talking to decided to fuck off when he saw you guys, because he was already kind of nervous. And yeah, the gentleman with the X scar has himself a little dagger with some orange cracks in it.
Neat.
And we were discussing from there.
I think somebody had said they wanted to talk to them, but I don't remember who. Like they said, like
I remember Davi offering them an acorn or something.
right. No, the last thing that happened was Davi offered him a piece of hard candy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Clem
like,
said
let's-
we can talk about this. Cedric was eyeing the dagger, and
Yes.
Davi offered a piece of candy.
That's
The other
right.
two were just kind of seeing what happened at the moment.
Right. They were saying they were acting like the dagger had some magic to it. So Cedric was like, "Hey, what it do?"
What that dagger do?
Yeah. And they were like, "Let's talk business." That's where we cut it.
So the big guy with the scar is gonna look down at this piece of candy and go, no thanks, kid. That seems more your style."
Oh, I mean, Davi just like this is quite good. What if you decline? Davi understand. This is not for everyone. It gives you power of frost dragon. And he's gonna open it and pop it in his mouth.
He'll turn back. His two companions are gonna look at you oddly, like almost expectantly.
So he's gonna sit there and go, "Oh, you want to see demonstration? Okay." And he's gonna walk over to this guy, and he's not gonna grab his hand. He's gonna politely put your hand in front of my mouth.
One guy will like squint with this almost like, okay, all right.
And he'll start doing it. Just,
And face just melts. He's just like, "Oh, you kidding me?" Kids. And the big guy's gonna turn back to the rest of you. So do you want to talk business?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, more
think that's
specifically,
pretty obvious.
the ending of yours, as it seems to be causing some havoc in town that is a little dangerous for the locals.
Well, before we get to that, I am curious as to that dagger, and its properties that you were discussing.
I didn't say what it did. Would you like to know what it does?
I would.
Davi wants to
I
know
think
what
it's
it does.
pretty obvious what question he was asking. Just get.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Well, this little baby can replace its own metal with pure fire. If you activate it right.
Alright.
Buy it and I'll tell you its activation word.
Do you happen to have a belt that make you big and strong?
Oh, our diminutive companion has very refined tastes. He's asking specifically of an item known as, I believe, a belt of storm giant strength.
Yes,
Oh.
that is the belt.
Ah, little guy, no. If I had that, I wouldn't just be carrying it around in the open.
Oh, Davi understand. Well, if you find one, Davi want.
I'll put it on hold.
Oh, that is quite nice of you. Davi is most gracious.
Yes, of course. Now, you four. Are we here for business, or am I losing time I could be selling to other customers?
Yes, we're here.
You already heard my response.
Ma'am, I assure you this dagger has done nothing wrong in town. Nothing I've done has hurt anyone, and I am not liable for what other people do with what I sell them.
You mean the incident? You mean to say the incident to the fountain was caused by something you sold to a patron?
The fountain? Ma'am, I had nothing to do with that.
That's what I mean, though. Your words implied that you sold something to someone and they caused it. Anything you sold recently that has to do with tiny elementals?
Ooh. Let's back off the accusations here. I've yet to sell anything in this town. We only arrived recently, and I needed time to get word out about our dealings.
If the rumors of magic, of what is happening with magic are accurate, it's possible the fountain was simply a spontaneous occurrence. I don't know that there has to be a cause.
Yeah, what your pale friend
was
said.
caused by the presence of your magic items.
Also a possibility.
Have you got? You told us about this dagger. Is there anything else you have up?
Also, why are you being so shady about your business? You know, it's a
I
lot easier to do things when it's not illegal, right? Believe me, I've dealt in shady things, and
Is this illegal? Is what we're doing right now illegal?
No, Davi.
I don't.
We're fine. We're not doing anything
I mean,
illegal.
he's selling things behind another business in an
We are not
alley.
him. We aren't doing anything right now. We're just.
Oh, there's no alley. There'd need to be another building for that. Okay, calm down, everyone. I'll address the questions one at a time. I've already forgotten what your big foot. Is that a cat?
You
It's a
have a
layman.
problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it. Forgive me. I have not seen one of your stature before.
Not even in the
Not
inn.
seen a lion that
Yeah,
walks
the
on
inn
two
before.
feet.
We were in the same inn earlier today. You did
Do you think I see everyone in every inn I ever walk into?
think she'd be hard to miss, but
I would
Have you-
think you'd pay attention
Have
to
you-
possible customers, yes.
Have you seen Davi before? Have you seen ones like Davi before? Little giants.
It's a giant.
No, but I have seen Kenku before. I sold to a few back when my items had a little less punch to them.
What is Kenku?
You, sweetheart, are
What?
Kenku.
No, Davi is giant. Can you not see?
I think we'll table that for now.
We'll have to get him a mirror eventually.
We'll
I might
have
have
to
to
find
get him
another.
a-
No,
something
don't,
else.
don't shatter that.
So, DM,
Shoot.
real quick.
Yeah.
We were sent here to get them to basically leave town, right? Or
You were actually sent to bring these guys back to the mayor for questioning.
okay.
Yeah, we are not leaving without these guys.
Listen, I'm a businesswoman myself, and like I just said, it's a lot easier to do things when they're legal. Now, we could have you come with us to the mayor and get some paperwork signed up for you to
I'm going to
be a
grab
little more
you and pull
official,
you
make
away
business
from
a
them.
little easier.
I'm trying to interrupt you.
Okay,
Look,
so you want to pull
Protect this
Clem
drink,
up
I'm not
I
backward?
will pull
Selfish.
you away, and I'm gonna whisper to you. Look, these guys, they're not gonna come to us easily. You're
What?
knowing about this way too.
I'm
straightforward.
resisting this.
I Okay.
Grapple check.
grapple check.
Yeah, your athletics versus her athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
My athletics is surprisingly better than my acrobatics. This is weird. Druids.
Okay.
Reverse.
I got a nat 20, so
Fuck you. Wait. What's your
Yeah.
modifier? What's your modifier?
5.
Fuck. Just under.
Oof.
I got a 21. God damn.
Yeah, it's like the time Zergo and Gerald had to drink, and I lost to RJ by 1.
Yeah, I
What
am.
I
happened?
feel you, Phoebe.
I'm
I feel
pulling
you.
Phoebe away
Clem's-
from the guys.
Clem's gonna give you
Bring
the
this
worst stink eye and be like, you really
I
think
want
we
to
can't do this with
pick. I want to
logic?
be picking her up from the back. and-
Whoa! No!
I wanna
No! Put me down.
Seems a bit.
You
Put me down right now.
Calm down.
Put
Just
me down.
Davi's going to
Question:
see.
what did you say you're picking her up by?
Scruff clothes.
Yeah, there's
You're
no
either.
couple for her to grab for you to grab.
She has, like, it's like a tube top. So you're either grabbing me by the braid or you're grabbing me by my horns.
Or I suppose the back of the neck, which is just the neck.
Which
Then,
is-
you know what? I'm just gonna grab your shoulder and manhandle you away from them real quickly because I want to talk.
There.
You don't screw this up. You're gonna scare them away with all this mayor talk. You
How
don't
is
want them
this
to run away.
scary?
It's not scary. You're going to scare them away and they'll run away. I don't feel like having to chase
How are
them.
my words scary? I'm talking
Because
business.
you're talking about the mayor and law
I'm
and shit,
talking
and they're clearly
business.
they aren't that kind of business. This is like
Did you not hear the words that came out of my mouth 5 minutes ago? I deal in shady business myself.
well, clearly you're not good at it.
Well, while the two of them are going back and forth, Davi's like standing next to the guy with the dagger.
Whoa!
Excuse
Whoa,
me.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Davi would like to know if you have seen other giants.
I don't think you know much about shady business.
Is that what you really think? You're just going
Well,
to
it
make an
appears
assumption
so,
before
because
you
you're
even
walking
know.
there- You're walking in and then just going, "Oh, come with us," or you're going to the mayor, and you're
It
not.
was an offer. You
It's an
obviously don't know
offer
one when
that's
you
going
see
to make
it.
them run away. I don't want
Well,
to ruin this chance.
Listen, if you don't want my help, that's fine. I'll just leave myself and you can deal with the problem on your own, and I'm going to walk away.
Poodles.
Davi's gonna see Clem walking away, and he's gonna look at the guy and say, "Hey, Davi will be back in quick minute. Davi need to friendship. He will be back."
Friendship.
I'm gonna start
Yeah, okay,
walking back
kid.
to the guys.
Okay, you promised Davi you will be here when Davi get back.
Well, do some friendship there, kid.
No, you promised Davi you will be here when
She's
Davi?
getting away, kid.
Davi.
You're letting her go.
As your
Okay.
friend, I
Okay,
promise you.
fine.
will
I'm
see
going
me.
back to my car, by the way.
If you do not be here when Davi get back, Davi will be very disappointed in you, and he will run after Clem.
So she's gonna look at the guy with the dagger and say, "Isn't he just adorable?"
He's
In a
He's
quiet
something.
taste, I know.
That he is. So, what are you doing again?
Now back to business.
business. It seems like you five got your own business. Or
She
6.
has
My
her own
mistake. The
business
pale
with
guy's
a ton
kinda
of other
hiding behind
things.
you.
I'm interested in these magic items. All I know about is this dagger. You still haven't told me your catalog.
why don't we start with what you're in the market for? Because I have a small catalog present, but I have access to much more.
Have you got any weaponry like this longsword or katana?
Specifically the katana kind. I'd have to ping some contacts, see about maybe getting a shipment, but long swords, you know where to get one.
Okay.
How's a long sword that can hit a guy from 50 feet sound?
Sounds interesting. You wanna divulge anything else? How does that work?
Well, it's quite simple. As you swing the blade, the top half will detach. You have to swing it a specific way to get it to detach.
And I'm assuming
Someone of
if I
your
were to
caliber, I'm
pay
sure,
for it,
could
you
pull
would
it off.
Teach me how to use it.
And it'll fly off about 50 feet, and it can nail someone provided your aim is correct.
How much would something like that run for?
Ooh, something like that's not terribly cheap. Say 150 gold?
And
Doesn't come around every day.
how about you two, comrades? You guys looking for anything?
Potentially. I'm mulling it over.
I'm good at the moment.
Out of curiosity, how much would you be looking for that dagger?
This is a fairly simple item. That's why I brought it. Something easy. Start the pallet. 10 gold and it's yours.
And this dagger.
I smell a scam.
Sorry. Can you repeat how much they said it was?
It was
10
10 gold.
10 gold.
You don't always find a dagger that can turn into not complete fire. The handle stays solid, but
Now I'm curious. You know, buying things. There's always some stigma between new versus used. Has this dagger seen action before, or is it pristine?
fresh off the line.
Do I believe him?
Whether you believe him or not, but if you'd like to roll insight, go
I
ahead.
would like to roll insight. Just see if he's bullshitting me at all. Okay, that's a 10. Not amazing.
Would
You
also
can't
like to
tell,
see if he's
but something does feel a little off. You're not sure what part of what he's saying feels quite off, but something's not rubbing you the right way. What was that, Matt?
Edma's not thinking this is too worth it. You better not be scamming my friend here.
Tell you what.
know, it was 150 for a sword that was pretty powerful, but only 10 gold for a dagger that can turn into blade. What's the catch?
Well, let me explain. You see, here in business, it's a little harder to get a storefront going when you have such a large web of connections and getting these things made. In order to locate that sword, or more appropriately in this particular case, contact the person who has it, get it all the way down here in a reasonable time frame, you gotta compensate the other guys, in the chain. You can't just... If I had it here in my hand, I'd sell it to you for 50.
So it's just cheaper because it's in person.
It's cheaper because I don't have to pay other guys to come bring it. I can just hand it to you.
Tell you what, I'll take the dagger. 10 gold. Seems reasonable, and I'll hold up a hand, like if I see any objection from, sorry, your name is Edma. If I see any objection, I sort of hold up a hand as reassurance. I think it'll see some good use in my hands. I'll take out 10 gold.
He'll smile, and we're gonna briefly jump over to Davi and Clem.
Okay.
I'm making my way back to my cart.
Alright, Davi will run after you.
Your donkey seems happy to see you.
At what point do I catch up to her?
You catch up to her around...
Stormed off, in a quick walk.
Yeah, about the time she catches up to the cart.
Okay. Hey, Clem, where do you go?
Home.
Why?
Well, what's the point?
The point is that you and Davi are friends, and friends stick together.
Yeah, well... Sure, I suppose, but... Those people don't strike me as the right kind anyway.
But Davi just got friendship. Davi know how to lose friendship.
That she suddenly
Listen, Davi, you're not gonna lose friends in me. You're a sweetheart, but people can don't even have general trust. At least allow me to try and communicate with these people. What am I supposed to do? Just stand idly by and let them... I don't know, what were they even going to do?
Okay. Davi think he know what to say in this moment. But give Davi a moment. Okay, what should Davi say? Remember, Davi, your puppy always say, you must be the bigger person. You must be strong for those around you. Because sometimes, that is what matters.
Davi's just gonna be the heart of this group.
You're right, Stick. That is what Davi wants. Okay, Davi know what Davi need to say. Davi's puppy, Yargov, he said, Davi, you are small, but that does not mean that you are small inside. Inside, you are big and strong. So, when it comes to people, sometimes you have to be bigger person. And then, inside, you'll be like giants. And then you and Davi can be giants together. Because it is not being giant that makes you giant. It's being big on the inside. I think that's how Yorgov said.
I suppose I get your point, but I still...
Bobby's the best.
Let's go back, but I'm going to head back and see how it goes.
Does that mean that you and Davi can be giants together?
Sure, Davi.
Oh, Davi has never met another giant besides Yargov. This is exciting.
Davi is taking over the therapy role from Rusty.
He's also apparently learning how to transmute or change races.
One thing at
I'm not
I'm
not settling for more insults to my craft, though. My research is very important to me.
Davi understand. Davi will... Davi knows what will solve this problem. And he will pull out a handful of candy. This.
It's a little more complicated than you think, but okay. If you think you have a plan, then go ahead, little man.
Davi has plan.
And I will reluctantly make my way back, but I'll let him lead. And like I said, when we get back, I'm gonna hang back.
Yeah, as Davi is walking back, he's gonna unwrap about maybe 5 candies, and he's gonna stick them in between his feathered fingers, and he's going to walk up to Edna.
Oh, hang on, just a moment.
I'm just saying that's what I'm doing. He's walking up to
There's stuff going on.
Yeah, so you two are gonna come into view as soon as I'm done with this joke, because obviously.
God damn it.
Nobody can stop the candy.
Nobody.
Clem, you and Davi are coming into view, and you can see the dagger and coin exchanging hands between the man and Cedric.
God, Jesus.
I'll simply pocket it, or what let you know, sheath it, or whatever for now.
Well, I see Davi and Clem.
You will, and he'll also take out a little folded
I'm
piece
hanging
of
back.
paper.
I'm staying away from the group on purpose. So unless you're looking back and you see me.
Yeah, because they're not hearing,
being...
but they're approaching. Like as they're rounding the corner, getting you guys in view, they can see the transaction.
Okay.
Dashby, are you getting anything?
He'll hand you a piece of folded paper, Cedric, and he'll say, "Here's the activation word. Don't say it unless you mean it, because once it ignites, it's gonna burn for a solid minute."
Is there a way to turn it off before that?
Nope. So you better make your minute count.
That
Noted.
is a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, then,
is there anything you've
usually
got
takes
on you?
about half a day to recharge before you can do it again. Sorry,
You're good. I
Big
didn't want to
miss.
interrupt you while you were explaining things. But what else have you got on you for sale? You know, I'm
On
not
us,
looking to spend
well.
150, but
I understand. Steep prices, they're powerful, but You'll save up. You'll get it. Hell, maybe you'll meet the guy who's actually got it. He'll give you a lower price. Don't you worry about a thing. And he's gonna, like, snap to one of the guys. Bring the box back out. They want to see what else we have. And he's gonna be looking at you, but then he's gonna kind of look past you and down a bit.
It's mint.
Ah. Little Miss Business is back.
So
With the young Candyman.
So she's gonna turn around and just say, "Oh, hey, cutie, welcome back."
Davi does not need time for your compliments. Davi has important friendship to do.
Think you're coming on a little strong there,
Everyone's
man.
going to turn around and see Davi coming back.
Davi's gonna walk up to you. I am going to jump to get up to Edna's mouth.
Are you trying to put a candy in my mouth?
I'm going to try and stuff all the candy in your mouth.
I want to try and catch you by the scruff of your neck as you're jumping up.
That's fine.
Well, okay,
then-
first off, Edmar, you're what, like
I am 6'9".
6'9"? Davi, I need an acrobatics
I'm sorry,
check.
wait,
If
I
you
might
can
be
even
6'11".
get up there.
Would it be acrobatic?
Because you are the shortest member.
Sorry, I'm
Tell me.
6'11".
You're gonna need some mad ups for this dog.
Could you use athletics?
Well, no, my acrobatics is better.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be 25?
Shit. Wait.
All right.
Oh, yeah, because you're trained in it.
Okay. So you managed to jump up, get your feet kind of caught at the very bottom of Edma's chest plate, and give yourself just a bit more height. I will allow one grapple check from Edma to see if she can catch you.
So is that just athletics?
Your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
I don't think he's fighting me.
Well, I'll still roll for it.
Oh, if he
Well, I
doesn't want to
rolled
resist,
that
that's a
one,
different
so I am
story.
not grabbing you.
17 plus 6, so.
What I wanted to do was I just wanted to scoop you up and put you on my shoulder.
Oh, well, regardless, I will jump off your breastplate and I will take the candies that are stuck between my feather fingers and look right in your mouth. And Davi will say, "You must respect other people's opinions. You are friend. She is friend. Now enjoy this candy and be happy."
So she's gonna look over at the guy with the dagger and just say, "You said I was coming on strong."
Why the lady a dinner first before you go shoving things in her mouth?
So he will say that, and Davi will look at him. Davi shoves what Davi pleases in friend's mouth.
Cover his mouth.
Wow, you really are young, aren't you?
Look, Davi,
I'm
here,
sorry.
why don't you come sit on my shoulder?
Are you all traveling with an actual child?
We're still
He's
trying to
old
figure
enough to wield a weapon, that's good enough.
You know, we're working on it. Most of us just met.
No, Davi will solve problem the way of giant. And he will come down and walk over to the man. You! We have questions. You haven't.
You know what? He's gonna like put a hand on your head. Hang on there, little man. You know what? He's gonna point at Clem. I want to hear what you got to say before you stormed off. You got me curious, man.
Well, an unconventional negotiating tactic, but it seems to have done the trick.
Right?
Leave the floor is yours.
I can get to selling to your big friend again in a second. But I'm not sure if you're gonna stick around, so I want to hear what you got.
Are you sure about that?
Edmo will move.
I just
the
want to know
side
what you
so
had to
can
say before your traveling buddy decided to interrupt.
I was going to say, from experience, there are things in this world that people cannot accept as good business. However, they still make for good business, correct?
They do.
There are benefits to making sure your good business is seen as acceptable, at least in the eyes of the law. People can grunt and groan and complain all they want, but you've got a little paper saying everything's okay. Sure, there's some processes you have to follow, but at the end of the day, you can continue on with your business, make your good coin, move on with your life. Before you go on, it's not possible. This is why it's shady business. I've done it myself.
Phoebe, I'd like you to roll me persuasion and take some advantage on that.
Hell yeah!
Is that a nat
What?
20 face?
What is the nat 20?
Let's go!
What's my modifier? I don't even know. +5. Let's go. 25.
You're the bard, right?
Fuck yeah! I'm a druid.
Oh, druid, that's right.
I
Yeah.
am a druid.
I got mixed things up in my head.
It's okay.
Good shit.
He's gonna turn to one of his associates. If she can get us a license, putting down roots would make it a lot harder for them to get rid of us. Also, are you really sure about this? We don't know these people. Ah, come on. What's a little deal between business people?
I mean, if you need some more proof to help convince your coworkers, I have some documents with me that go into detail what I deal with. It may cement the reality a little more as to how possible this is.
And you'll put in a good word with the mayor?
I mean, you could come along with us now, and I could give you a good word right in front of you.
All right. And while we're traveling, Big Miss, I will still show you what I have. Don't you worry.
Sure.
Davi's gonna look at this guy and say, Davi would like to know your name.
He's gonna squat down to you. Nah. Names cost far more than you have, kid.
Oh, okay. Davi he's gonna show him the bag. This much candy. Would this buy your name?
Do you have an alias?
Why don't we head to the mayor's and then we'll talk?
Fair enough.
That Davi does not know your name. You cannot be friends with Davi.
Davi, sometimes not everyone wants to be friends.
Why?
Just merely acquaintances.
They'll learn.
Yes.
They'll learn in
that's a good
time.
thing to keep in mind.
Yes. I'm.
Davi does not understand. Who would not want to be friends with Davi?
Some people just aren't worth being friends with, Dobby. You should be able to make that decision for yourself.
Yargov said, you must extend hand of friendship to all.
Sounds
But
like
Dobby-
Umadon was a great
Dobby, take some advice from me. Sometimes not everyone wants to accept that hand of friendship, and you need to be able to move on from that.
Extend, perhaps, but also understand when your efforts would be better directed elsewhere. One person, it's very difficult for one person to be friends with everyone. I think you'd agree.
Davi is not sure of this.
You can think about it. We have a long walk to the mayor's ahead of us.
Davi will consult Stickbird. And he's just gonna kind of whisper between him and his stick doll.
Oh,
All right. As you're all making your way back, the Scar gentleman will mosey on over to Edma. My apologies for the interruptions. Did you still want to see the other wares?
Absolutely. What have you got?
Well, I only keep a small few things on me. If you want something else, I'm sure we could make an arrangement to acquire it for you. Currently on me, we have a small ring, gold band. It'll make you a whole heck of a lot faster.
And
Heck
how
of a
much
lot
is that?
faster. Someone of your size can be running like a damn cheetah.
I hope you aren't making fun of my
Assuming that's all
dagger.
pure muscle under there.
Okay.
Nobody, Edna. That's racist.
Dad.
Yes.
Okay, and what else have you got?
Well, I've got a bow that doesn't need arrows.
How does something like that work?
Well, see, what you do is granted, you gotta spend some time with it. You gotta really make a connection with that one. It's a bit picky. But once you get it, forget ever needing to keep buying arrows every single time you go into town. You just pull the string back, and it'll launch an object. Just any object that isn't you, right at whatever you were aiming at. Say again?
How much would the bow go for?
Ooh, the bow. Terribly cheap, but not the... But since I don't have to go talking to anyone for it, I'd let it go for 65 gold. You don't get weapons like this every day.
Awesome. All right. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. What is there any other wares you've got with you?
Those are the only thing I have on my person. I keep a supply elsewhere, just in case. You never want to be mugged by some ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, I can.
Is there something you're looking for other than the sword, perhaps?
I mean, the bow's got my interest, but I'll wait till we get to the mayor's before we do anything.
I understand completely. No worries. No worries whatsoever. And you all will make your way back to Mayor Linden's office.
Would like to make sure that when we're going into the office, I'm the last person in, so I'm by the door.
Okay, no problem. As you all reach the office, there is a horse tied out front that wasn't there before. Big, well-defined muscles, white. Its mane is blue.
Bobby's gonna see this and go, "Oh, it's this weird-looking dog."
No, more like an unnatural
Bobby-
horse.
Do you know what a horse is?
You mean the dog?
No, that's not a dog, Dobby. That's a horse.
This guy know what a dog is?
He just came down from the mountains, apparently. He doesn't know much. Well, much in the way of objects. He does seem to know much in the way of wisdoms. It's very strange. Guess what you get from being raised by giants?
horses?
Okay, I mean, sometimes people coming down from a mountain can be a bit...
Oh, Dovey
dense, but-
think Dovey see horse once. It was big and hairy and it had claws.
And
No,
again,
Dobby. Horses don't have
spend your whole life
claws.
on a mountain, you probably don't even know what a ballroom is or something.
What is this ballroom? Do they fill it with balls?
I don't.
You know, I was making a joke, but
Well, Dovey
why
wants
don't we
to
head
know.
inside?
Davi, I think you have some people lessons. We'll go over those later.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give you Proximo's book.
So, other than Edma, is there a particular order you guys want to enter in, or are you guys just good going in and having Edma come in last?
Dovey's gonna go over to the horse with the weird mane
Okay.
and just pet the leg.
You're gonna pet a horse leg?
Yes.
Uh.
I'm
Be-
petting the front one.
Okay, Dobby, watch out. Horses can kick very hard.
Yes, you're a good dog. A very strong dog. You're a very good dog.
You start saying dog, and the leg you're petting starts scraping against the ground.
Dovey, please take a couple steps back. I don't want that thing to kick you.
Why would it kick Dovey? It wants to be my friend.
Not all animals take kindly to just walk
Well-
up and pet.
Some lessons you just have to learn on your own, I suppose. And I'm going to walk in.
Okay. Is everyone else going to walk in? Are we leaving
I'm
Davi to his
waiting
places?
for anyone else to do anything. I'm going in last.
Cedric, Zeshi, you guys just heading in?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
I'll just have to assume Tyler is a yes right now since he appears to be away from camera
Yeah.
and keyboard.
I'm going.
Davi, are you going to continue petting this dog?
He's after he finishes petting the leg of the dog. Is there anything? The horse is tied to something, right?
Yeah, it's tied to a little post.
Bobby is gonna climb the post so he can stand on the post to look the horse or the dog in the eyes.
Davi, what are you doing?
You're inside.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you-
going in last.
No,
I've
she
already
specifically said
established
she
it.
is the last one in. That
I
includes
said
all of
I'm
you.
waiting for
Okay.
everyone to do something else as I am going in
And
last.
Davi is going to look into the eyes of the dog and he'll say, Davi is looking into this dog's soul to see what type of life it had, to see its journey, to feel its emotions. This is the way of the giant.
What do you see then?
I see servitude.
As he says that, the horse is just going to get up. Because I'm assuming a 19 hits you.
Yes.
I think that's a fair assumption. Davi, you're going to take 3 bludgeoning damage as you just get cracked off this post into the wall. Everybody who's inside... I'll give it just a second. Everyone who's inside, you hear a...
Davi, what the fuck? I'm gonna hop over the fence and just run over and pick you up. Are you okay?
That does not even hit half as hard as Yargov. This one time, Davi was crushed by a whole tree.
Yeah? Okay. You are a strong child. You have a lot of fight in you. You will be...
Davi would spar with Yargov. Davi would wrestle bears. Yargov said, Davi, you must be strong. Now Davi will wrestle this dog.
No, Davi, do not wrestle
You're-
the dog.
the door's
You don't
gonna
know
open
whose dog
and-
this is.
And you're both going to hit the horse.
You mean the dog?
No, I mean the horse. Get in
What
the
is
goddamn
this
office.
horse? Everybody keeps saying horse, but Davi can see dog right there.
You need your eyes checked more than I do. And I'm missing one.
Look, Davi, why don't we go inside and you can spar with the horse later?
Oh, okay. No. What is this horse you keep talking about?
This is a horse.
Just... Can you just pick him up?
I feel bad, man.
You're going to feel worse if he continues to assault the guard captain's horse.
I'm going to grab you. But you have like what clothes on?
He's wearing a bunch of deer hide.
I'm just gonna grab you by the deer hide and just grab and like pick you up. Are you insisting on?
Davi is flying. Oh, do you like that, dog?
Okay, I'm just gonna drop you on my shoulder.
Oh. Why did Davi fly up to here?
It's a good question. Let's go inside, buddy.
Okay.
We're gonna walk
As
in.
you two walk in, you see everyone you expect to, but there's also this fairly tall human, not Edma tall, but he's probably about 6'4", in fairly plain-looking plate armor, but very clean cut. You know, standing up at attention, making idle chat, trying to get Cedric to say more than a few words per
Cedric
Per
is
answer.
pretty much stonewalling.
I just want to make sure I'm standing in a way that kind of blocks the door.
Oh yeah, you can close the door right behind you and just be in front of it.
Okay.
And
Davi's going to whisper to Edna, "This reminds me of when Yarkov used to let me ride on his shoulder. Davi could see mountains."
Mountains. Well, I'm not that big, but you'll be able to see pretty far. More than you would normally.
Davi liked us.
Okay.
And the guy with the scar is gonna look at Mayor Linden. So, the nice... Looks down at your legs. Clem's legs. Goat lady?
I'm a satyr, sir.
There, that's the word. My sincerest apologies. Sometimes my memory fails me.
Cedric
But,
voices in the background.
she mentioned a merchant's contract, possibly in our future. And Damara, without even cracking even a humoring smile, is just gonna say, "No. No, you're going to answer questions, and no, you're not getting anything out of this."
Watch out. He has a ring that'll make him go fast, as he put it. So expect him to pull something.
He's not wearing any rings. And I'm willing to bet I can draw an arrow a lot faster than he can reach inside that box.
Ma'am, with all due respect,
Yes, Clem?
at least entertain him for the time being.
For what end?
So you don't make her a liar.
Very well. I'll hear you out. If Clem vouches for you, in at least a small sense, I can hear you, but I make no promises. And try anything, and my guard captain will make short work of you, won't you, Jag?
I'm
And the
gonna
human-
gently pat the man on the back and say good luck.
No, Clem, not you. Those three.
No, I know. I was saying good luck to the.
Oh, the guy with the scar.
Yeah.
My mistake. I misunderstood. Well, simply put, we have items nobody else has. We have supplies no one else has. It'll bring wonderful, prosperous economic growth to the town. Oh, really? The barely contained magic items that you're getting from who knows where. Bit of a harsh way to put that. I don't think you know. No, I don't think you know. Do you think I'm insane? Selling magic items is one thing, but if you were selling normal magic items, you wouldn't need to be out behind an inn. You also wouldn't need to do it in the dead of night. Something's off about your wares. You can either admit to it, or
If you need to test one, I am holding on to one at the moment. I sort of.
I'm gonna lean over to him and be like, you probably shouldn't actually purchase some of his wares.
I'll just hold the dagger and sort of twirl it in my fingers. I also have the command word.
Cedric, was it?
That's the name.
Does that feel normal to you in terms of magic items?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, the reason I purchased it was for more personal reasons. I hadn't actually planned to use it directly. Something seemed odd. I wasn't sure what. The price seemed a
The
bit
fact that it
low.
was 10 gold.
Yes, 10 gold for magic items. I'm not incredibly versed in these matters, but it seems a tad low. I would.
As you're trolling. Oh, sorry. Continue.
I would all the same. If you would like to test this thing, I would like it back when all is said and done.
And she's just gonna kind of look at it twirling. And she's just gonna kind of look over at the human in armor and just kind of nod her head. And he's gonna walk over and say, I don't need to touch it, but may I have a look?
I'll nod and produce it.
He'll look down at it. He'll pull out a little pair of spectacles from under his breastplate. I would actually do that, but I believe I've actually left my glasses in the other room, so
Shit.
whoops. And he'll glance at it. I'd be surprised if this thing survives 10 swings. These cracks are not merely ornamental. That's actual damage to that metal. That thing is barely holding together. It'll function, but I can't tell you for how long. Whatever they did to it, this thing is messed up.
Would you say it's seen use?
No. Honestly, I don't see any wear and tear.
Simply poor quality metal, then.
Just defective wares. Unfortunate for you, sir. That does not make you look much better.
For those of you who are paying attention to Cedric's demeanor, he looks almost disappointed at the moment.
I'll take note of that. I'll take note of that.
Okay, yeah. I'll still hold
So I'm
on
just
to
kind
it.
of looking at you like,
I'll still hold on to it all the same.
The scarred man will say, yeah, defective, hardly, but man, do you have any idea what it takes to get an enchantment like that into a hunk of metal?
what about your other wares? That bow you
About
were
them.
going to sell with my other friend?
What about them?
You said it would launch an object that wasn't me, so what? It would just shoot whatever's nearby.
How long would that last? One shot?
Doesn't sound consistent. I don't think you really know much about what you're selling.
I know. It's not gonna break. No, the bow is not going to break. It'll do exactly what I said it'll do. It'll launch something that isn't you.
What if it launches a companion? Don't
I
tell
made no
me it's
promise.
happened before and you still went to sell it? Bad business practices. This isn't... You really think you were material. Disappointing.
It'll do what it says. Just tell your buddies to back off for a minute. Stay in the back.
I believe.
See, that
Why would
takes too much time. A minute can spell the difference between life and death.
He's just gonna glance over at Edma in front of the door.
He's gonna
What
see.
can
He's
I
gonna
help you?
see Edma and see Dovey. Hello there.
I'm gonna turn to the mayor and say, I hope you see my point now.
Can I help you? Why are you staring at me? I know I'm beautiful, but it's not worth it for you.
Mara's gonna lean over to you. My apologies. I let my emotions get better of me. You're a gem, Clem.
Got your back. And I'm just
Jag,
gonna settle down and cross my arms again.
Jag, take these 3 hooligans out of here for questioning proper. And get that box away from them. The other 2 guys are just like, they do not have the confidence of the scarred guy. They're just like, ooh. They're just gonna drop the box and head out. And as the box hits the ground, it just flings open to nothing.
Dovey's going to point at the guard captain.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir. I have to inform you that me and your dog will wrestle at future date.
He means the horse. Oh wait, I wasn't there. Never mind.
No, you weren't there.
He's talking
My-
about your horse.
Oh my god.
They had a scuffle.
That's what that noise was. Yeah, you gave me a scare. I was like, what'd my dog ever do? The poor guy's almost 12. He doesn't need fighting.
Your dog is 12? Your dog looks like it is in very good shape for being 12 years old.
Dovey, honey, that wasn't a dog. It's a horse.
I think you have to Start
He's
by
talking
speaking
about
his
my
language.
horse? So my dog's gonna be okay. It's not gonna have a small bird thing, child. Not thing, sorry. Bird child. Wrestling it? Because he doesn't need that.
He's a little mistaken. Davi, the dog is old. We don't wrestle old people.
Oh, the dog is old.
You need
Oh,
to respect
well,
them.
Oracle
that does
isn't
make sense.
Just let it-
Okay,
I'll
Dobby-
just
Dobby will
I'll
not
just pat him on the shoulder,
wrestle
like let it happen.
old dog because dog. That would not be right. You must respect elders. Okay, Dobby will respect your old dog.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your
Cedric will
father
say-
trained you
yeah,
well for
Cedric
this
will
grown
say-
giant.
I see it as
Great moral.
close enough is good enough.
Hey Edma.
Yeah.
You feel like something behind you, and you can see not the scarred man, but one of his compatriots trying to like squeeze out behind you, just like shrinking, just like I'm gonna try to leave now. Oh God.
And where do you think you're going?
And he's just gonna point at the door.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
to grab him by the back of his neck
literal
and lift him up.
literal two-headed giant. Yes. Where do you think you are going?
I just want to pick him up and then hold him out in front of me and Dobby.
Oh, I thought of something really funny that might be a good.
You?
one later.
Should I roll?
Sure, roll me a strength check. This guy's not tiny, so
Maybe he's not tiny, but in comparison to me, he might be.
tiny.
9!
Certainly smaller. You start to, but instead you just kind of pick him up and put him back down in front of you while holding on to the back of his collar.
Now, why don't you just do this peacefully so that you don't have to wind up like your friend with the 2 scars? Okay?
If you do not do as Duffy's friends say, Duffy will wrestle you.
He just got kicked by a horse and felt nothing. I'll let go of the guy and let him.
Damn, what a threat.
Edma, could you roll me intimidation?
Is Dobby assisting?
You know what? Fuck it. Get advantage because Davi is helping. Second head is assisting.
18.
This guy is just going to stand there. He's just.
Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yes.
That
You
expression.
will fear our height.
Okay.
And while looking quite pissed about the whole situation, the scarred man offers little resistance as the guard captain yanks his arms behind him and sticks him in manacles. And as he's taking care of that, Damar will come over, will look to the rest of you. Thank you so much for that. I have gathered a payment. I'm afraid it's not a lot, but I hope it can at least be worth the trouble these 3 might have given you.
Dobby is going to climb down from Edna and waltz up to the mayor. You're going to pay Dobby 1 million platinum?
Not much usually doesn't mean 1 million platinum.
We were already through this, Davi.
Oh, right. You wish you had 1 million platinum. That is what they all say. Ho, 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 ho.
And she's just gonna like ruffle the feathers on top of your head and go back to her desk. She's gonna pull out a sack. It's only 10 gold. I wish I had more to reimburse Cedric for purchasing such a thing. Actually, Jag. And Jag's just gonna dig into the guy's pocket and pull the pouch out and offer it back to you, Cedric.
Much obliged.
Don't take kindly to scamming even guests of my town.
So yeah, that 10 gold.
She'll hand the 10 gold she has as reward over to Clem because she's standing near her.
So is that 10 gold for all of us or 10 gold for each of us?
all. I'm afraid we can't afford a whole lot. Gold is hard enough to come by as is.
Does that mean
Is there
that?
any other form of
We
compensation?
each get
I
2
can
gold,
see?
sweetheart, and I'll dole out 2 gold each.
You're gonna hand Davi the 2 gold, and he's going to look at it. Davi keeps getting more.
Yes, sweetheart, you save it. Every time you do something, usually people will pay you for it.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Candy.
phrase it like that. He might take
Try
it the wrong
and
way.
save it.
You see,
Hold on to it for later.
if you keep buying all your gold on candy, how will you save enough for that belt you keep going on about?
Oh,
Exactly
yes.
what he said.
Well, Davi need to send Clyde to wizard school. You are correct.
Davi, Clyde isn't going to wizard school.
Me, Davi, promise Clyde.
I don't
You-
think he
We don't
expected you
need to
to
crush
follow
all
through
of
with
his
that promise.
dreams in a day. It's a
Ethan.
process.
We will get you
Yes,
that belt.
Yargov always say, giant keep their promise.
Okay.
I
keep
didn't
that
add
promise.
it before because I just wasn't paying attention last time, I guess. How much gold did I make from all of my business? Or not gold, how much money did I make from all of my business today?
Your deliveries netted you 25 silver.
Okay, then we'll say minus. How much did I give you, Tommy? I think I gave you 1.
Yeah, you gave him one
So
silver.
24. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Davi is going to take the 2 gold. He's gonna kind of put it in his deer hide somewhere. Davi need to go do something, and he's going to leave the room.
Okay.
I don't want to lose track of him, but
He'll be fine. If he made it down a mountain on his own, he can.
Well, question. Edma, you're still in front of the door. You're gonna just let him pass? You're gonna, like, pause him for a second to talk?
a good
What would you like to do?
What? Davi, you are free to go past me. I just have a quick question. Where are you heading?
Davi is going to go see Clyde.
Got it. Okay. Why don't you meet me at the tavern? Not the one that you came from to the fountain, the one the opposite direction.
Okay, Davi will go there after Davi.
Oh, the one the inn we were at where we met these scruffy
Davi,
fellows.
Yes.
honey, it's evening. Clarence is not at his stall right now. He's at home.
Oh. Okay.
You
Is
you
there
can
a-
see him tomorrow if you like.
Tomorrow. Okay, Davi will do that.
It's not the bother him. Yes.
You said you would be able to gather everyone and I could do a group contract signing.
Well, I didn't want them present for this. I have them.
That's
waiting.
fair. I was just wondering where do we have a private room? I'd rather not have them feel like they need to be in front of a bunch of strangers.
Yes, I have them in my personal chambers at the moment. Before I handle that, of course they are here for you. Please forgive me. Edma, yes?
Yes.
You asked about further compensation.
I was just seeing if, 2 gold really isn't much. If there's any other forms of compensation that I could maybe elect for. It's fine if not. I might just.
What would
go
you
back.
like?
I don't particularly know. I'm just to maybe get better wares, but
Davi knows what Davi wants.
good on you, Davi.
We know, Davi. Well, if you think of something, feel free to discuss it with me.
Well, they said that they had those items on them, but clearly they didn't. So they must have been where they were staying.
No,
You
the
mind
The
if I
items,
go raid their belongings?
regardless, are defective and dangerous, and I would not suggest using them anyway.
Yes, but
Despite Clem's interruption, the guy still standing petrified in front of you is just like, they're in a cave to the west.
Davi, would you like to come with me to a
Our
cave
stash is
the
in a
west?
cave.
Oh, okay. Davi can go.
Okay.
But no, Davi want thing beyond 1 million platinum in the build. Davi want cool hood.
we will get you a cool hood. My
Dobby
lovely
was-
little friend right in front of me.
Dob-
Any other information I might need to make use of? Don't keep me waiting.
Perhaps the location of this cave.
It's to the west of town. It's not much. We lied about the bow. We don't have that anymore. Or not with us. It was deemed too much for just a couple of foot soldiers.
Foot
And the
soldiers?
scarred man getting manacle is going to be shut up, you idiot! I'll cut your tongue out.
Foot soldiers.
Who's controlling you guys then, or ordering?
Cedric is paying very close attention now.
Soldiers? Selling things? That sounds wrong. What do you mean by soldiers?
Not soldiers. Just foot. Will you shut the hell up before you get all of us killed?
No, that's okay. What we have in
I
store
would
will
take
be
him
far
into a
worse.
room of his own. Get him going.
And the guy keeps looking between Edma and the scarred man, and with each glance between them, he just looks like more and more afraid. And he just passes out.
Oh, look what you did. Overworked him.
Fine, he'll be worked even harder when he wakes up.
Dobby's gonna go over to Cedric, and he's gonna pull on his cloak.
Yes, hello, what is it?
Dobby want to know where you got cool cloak.
Do you want to know?
Yes, Dobby want to know.
He'll sort of crouch down, to his level. Well, I was walking in the street at night, and
Oh,
I was attacked by someone. I killed him,
oh.
and I took his things.
So, somebody tried to attack you dishonorably, and you defended yourself, and you took the spoils of your battle.
Yes,
Nothing out of the ordinary there.
that would be
So,
accurate.
in order for Davy to get cool cloak, he must also kill somebody who attack him.
There are other ways to get fashionable clothing. That is... I don't know if you're going to be able to force someone to ambush you.
Oh, you tell Davy how.
I have to ask. You killed someone, I see.
They tried to kill me.
Well, hope that it was at least an honorable doom.
Zeshi looks around.
You have great strength.
Wait, Zeshi looks at you, and, what, you've never killed someone before?
I have killed people before. I'm just acknowledging that I hadn't expected such a quiet, shady man to have killed someone.
Davy has never killed anyone before. Only bears.
Well,
And
you are a
deer.
child. I hope that you haven't had to have the burden of killing someone.
You go around killing bears. Why?
Well, you see, up on the mountain, on Dragon's Maw, there is this old bear. I think his name is One Tooth, because he only has one fang left. He has a clan of littler bears, not as big as him, but big. And Davy started territorial dispute with them because Davy wanted to use their stream, but they say "Rarr, rarr, rarr." Davy not speak bear, but they said not nice things to Davy. So Davy say, "One Fang, you will let Davy bathe in stream." Ever since, Davy has had to fight bears.
Okay.
Sounds like you're guarding your honor.
Sounds like I...
Dishonor.
If you pardon me,
Honor
I
is how
have
you
some
view
business
yourself
to
and
do.
how you hold yourself is
Oh.
important and integral.
I'll sort of, as an aside to, sorry, I'm learning everyone's, to Zeshi, I'll say, you need to step up your game. The little one's stories are more entertaining than yours.
Zeshi just looks at you, just...
I would like to go
Walks
retrieve
out
my
and
ring
I'm
now.
just gonna go looking for a bear.
Edma is going to start heading out the door.
Okay.
I'm going to be heading towards west of town, searching for a cave. So I don't know how long that's going to take. But that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be
Just leaving
following.
without
I know
everyone else.
Gee, I don't know. Let's see.
All right. So you can all see Edma heading out the door, and Mayor Linden is leading Clem to the back at the moment. What are you three doing?
If it looks like we're, I mean, where was Edma going? Edma,
I'm
did you
heading
say?
to the cave. I want to
Oh.
grab my spoils.
Gotcha.
I'll head to the cave with him. Curious.
Clem's going back. Is Davi going to the cave?
Davi is going to follow Clem.
Okay.
Little one, I might have to ask you to wait in here. It's private
Why?
business.
Oh.
I'll go to the cave as well. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll go to the cave with the others.
You hear
Um,
Zeshi mumble under her breath. Bears in the cave.
There better be bears in that cave. Oof.
Okay. As you three are heading out, Jag is also leaving. The cuffed man in tow, the fainted man over his shoulder.
Three of them?
What is the fainted man wearing?
He's wearing a pretty basic cloth shirt, fairly simple pants that look kind of tattered, and very worn leather boots.
Okay, that's fair.
I assume you would have mentioned if any of their clothes had looked familiar to me as well.
Yes.
Cool.
To answer your question, Matt, yes, there is a third guy. He's following along, like it looks like willingly, but his hands are deep in his pockets, and he looks very upset.
Hands out of your pockets.
Didn't you leave?
He said
But
he
yeah,
was
this is
leaving us
outside
the
with
entrance.
them.
Oh, okay.
The guard captain is escorting the three guys also out of the office.
Right, okay.
Keep an eye on
And,
that one. He was being shifty. I don't want you getting shanked.
Oh, no worries, ma'am. These gentlemen are small fries. I may only be the captain of a small town, but I've seen my fair share of scuffles.
Don't underestimate the weak. They can, at the very least, try to stab.
Oh, trust me. This guy knows not to act out. Don't you, buddy? And the guy just sticks his tongue out at him.
Right. I am on my way.
Now, are you three heading out alone? I thought you five were a unit at the moment.
Do you think we'll encounter hazards that would require the full group?
Well, as your friend fairly wisely said, don't underestimate the weak. If these items are dangerous, should you really be going to a whole stash of them by yourselves?
It's a fair point.
Well, from what it sounds like, they didn't have that many. The stash is probably only.
And
Couple
Discord
of
has
things.
frozen. There we go.
Did you hear what I said?
Sorry, Discord froze completely.
Okay. So what I said is it sounded like there wasn't much there at all. So
Well, in terms of weapons,
Well-
perhaps, but if there's, I don't know, if they have more. They mentioned foot soldiers. If they have more people guarding them, we might prefer to travel in numbers. Caution is usually
it doesn't look like they had the good stuff. I wouldn't expect them to really be guarding it too much. It looked like they were just weaklings being given small stuff to get it out.
well, yes, but that's an assumption.
It is an assumption.
Would it not be prudent to exercise caution, even if it proves to not be necessary?
We will be cautious. I am going to that cave.
What are you doing?
I'm going to the cave. Either way.
Living dangerously, I'll take it.
I suppose I'll follow.
I won't stop you, but I can't advise it.
Okay. And onward we go.
Fair enough.
Hey, all day, I'm sure it'll be a good story.
It will make for a grand story. My headset just died.
Of course, that's Zeshi's opinion on the matter. Yo, you motherfuckers would... I'd have the best epithet out of here. Alright. Davi, you are agreeing to wait in the other room, right?
Yeah, go wait. While he's in the other room, is there anything of note in here?
There is a fairly large painting hanging on one of the walls. There is what looks like a jewel-encrusted fang sitting on the mayor's desk, as well as what looks like a wooden eyeball.
I want to look at the jewel-encrusted fang.
Okay, what do you want to know about it?
Want to try and...
It's about the size of your beak, by the way.
Oh, okay. I want to figure out what it came from.
Roll me nature.
Uh, 16.
16. You don't recognize where this is from. This seems like something maybe Yargoth would have fought at the time. Maybe not while you're growing up. Maybe you can do it now. Maybe you're not sure. Maybe? Is bigger than bear.
Yeah, and he'll just kind of look at it and just say to himself, "This must have come from Big Bear."
And Clem, Mayor Linden is going to lead you into the back where 3 people are, in fact, waiting.
Okay. So long and short of it, no one else is there. I'll sit them down with their contracts and read them through and go through specifics for like each of them, since their cases are all kind of different.
Mm.
Run them through what happens, when they can come contact me, when I'll come back to retrieve the bodies and whatnot. And yeah.
Okay. Jorn will simply nod, sign, sit quietly. Devin is just like tossing up an apple, catching it, taking a bite, and then signs.
Awfully cheerful about it.
He's gonna be like, you ain't gonna catch me for another 2 decades, little Clem.
Better be careful with that apple. If it hits him wrong, he might get his memory back.
I'm gonna make the finest fruit you've ever sold, buddy. I'm not gone yet.
Knock on wood, old man.
I don't need to knock on wood. And he's just gonna take another bite out of almost like half this apple.
Keep going like that, you'll choke to death.
On the other hand, the male half-elf there, who you've been kind of trying to give, polite benefit of doubt given the subject matter. You do recognize the man. He is your 3rd contract's grandson.
Right.
He does not look happy to be here. And he's just gonna look and just cross his arms. I'm not signing this.
That is entirely your choice. There's no obligation beholden to you having to sign this.
I am not signing my grandmother's body away to someone to be used as fertilizer.
It's more than that, but again, it is your choice. She's kind, but like trying to keep emotionless, because this is a normal reaction.
Here's done.
I shall burn the contract if that is not what you wish to do. If you want to take it back with you and think it over with family, I can also give it to you to hang on to. Otherwise, it will be destroyed and the conversation will never be reached again.
Wonderful, because while my sister may have been convinced, I am not. And this is not something I wish to have happened to my family member's body.
Your sister was convinced. What of the rest of your family that's remaining? I only say so to avoid a issue. Occasionally there are fights that break out, and I do not want you to be the subject of ire because your decision is different from others.
That is their own fault. They told me to show up to this little meeting. So here I am, and I'm giving my answer. My grandmother is not dead. She is not a piece of meat to be sold.
What? I apologize. It was never to be construed as meat. I do memorialize them. Regardless of where they go or how they are used, they are respected.
I'm not signing it. I'm not selling her off like some item.
Okay. If that is your final decision. Is there like a fireplace or something?
Yeah, there's a small hearth in the main office.
Was it going off?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay, I'll crumple it up and toss it in. If your family changes your mind, you know how to contact me. Otherwise, I will leave it be.
Yes, quite. Well, and he'll stand up. Good night to you, ma'am. And he'll very quickly walk out.
Shit.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say to the other two?
I apologize if that was uncomfortable for you. Occasionally, that is a normal reaction I get.
Just another big bite. Kid's a bit of a grandma's boy, what can you do?
Not much. See, if I want to continue what I do, I have to play by the rules, and if that means submitting to someone's emotions, so be it. I don't mind.
Oh, sure, you're no necromancer going around just stealing bodies for no reason.
Indeed, that is the case. You should really slow down with that apple, though. Like, smaller
Nah,
bites.
if anything, I think I need to speed up. I'm up to 15 today, I can get that number to 20 by next week.
You are going to die due to excessive apple consumption, sir.
Nah, apples just keep giving you more and more nutrition. That's how I stay in such great shape. Helps me do 10 laps around the town every morning.
All right. Whatever you say. And then they sign theirs, so I'll gather up the remaining contracts and put them away and say, good day to both of you.
As you're going to turn, you can see Devin just bite into the core and just snap it.
Messy, can't stand. I'm just gonna leave.
All right, and you can find Gavi.
If they're leaving as well, I'll hold the door open for them and whatnot. Like, be polite.
They'll both give you a polite nod as you do, and you'll find Davi musing over this fang.
What are you looking at, little man?
I am looking at this big bear tooth. Davi hope that one day Davi can wrestle bear as big as this.
Damar's gonna come in again from outside, and she's gonna look at you, Davi, and just be like, "No, don't touch that! Don't touch that!"
What? No, Davi.
And she's gonna run over and just take it.
He was just looking at it, ma'am.
Davi is sorry. Davi would not touch something that does not belong to him. Davi was merely looking.
Apologies. Just feel free to look, but this must not be touched.
Oh, okay. He'll just kind of salute. Davi promised Davi will not touch. Davi was simply admiring the fact that you wrestled the bear with this big.
Yeah. A bear. Sure. Sure.
Are
If
you-
Dovey upset you, Dovey is sorry.
Are you going to be alright?
Bad memories. You might want to hurry. Your companions are already on their way towards that cave.
Oh.
If you
okay.
hurry, you might be able to catch up to them before they reach it. But you'd better hurry.
What are they going after? Defective wares? I'll go after them merely to make sure they're safe. But little dejected. 2 out of 3. The dwarven man, he was not happy about the contract.
The half-elf.
The half-elf, sorry. The half-elf, he was not happy about the contract at all.
Yes, well, you have said family members can be a bit unwilling at times.
Occasionally.
easier to
Usually
s-
at this point, once I have the contracts out, they're ready to go. So it was a little surprising to see them cop out last minute, but I respect their choices. This is how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yes, if I recall, you originally met with his sister, but when I went over to ask, his family insisted he come.
Maybe they thought I was going to convince him.
Perhaps.
Guess not. That's their own loss. They want me to come back with another contract and sign it themselves. That's fine, but that'll have to be the next month.
Yes, quite. That's on them, and she'll set the fang back on the desk. Now then, best be off before they find something that explodes, right?
Indeed. Let's go, little one.
If Dovey ever wrestles bear this big, he will compare.
Sure.
If you ever
Okay.
wrestle a bear that big, I don't think you'll need a belt to prove your strength. I'm saying this as I'm walking out with him.
Dovey's gonna follow.
Okay. So, what's going on with the other 3? You guys are making your way to the cave. You're still walking through town.
Yeah.
Are we walking silently?
I mean,
Cedric's not really one to make conversation too much.
You, Sashi, was it?
Hey, what's up, Furball?
Don't call me Fairball.
Keep going. I do need to
You
step
seem
away
like
just
you're
a
more
bit.
amicable
Keep
than
going.
our silent and shady friend here. What's the deal with you? I only just met you.
Not much to say. Just a woman that loves adventure. What about you? Where are you from?
I'm from far, far away. I've been wandering for a while and searching. You've been many places, have you?
Been around, yeah.
Have you seen a Leonin like myself? Darker fur, black.
She's gonna answer you, but she's actually gonna speak Leonin and say that she's seen your kind before, but she doesn't recall seeing darker fur like you.
I'm looking for a man named Doman, and I guess I'll respond in Leonin as well. He killed our master and fled. I'm searching to get some comeuppance.
Well, I hope he does. If I see anything, I'll let you know. And by the way, Cedric, for you, you just hear that she started growling, and then Edna started growling back at her.
Cedric is just sort of nonplussed.
Zashi and Edma growled at each other and spoke in Leonin.
Apparently Zeshi speaks Leonin. Who knew?
She does.
Yes, she does.
How did you meet our kind? So I'm curious for someone to be able to speak Leonin even fluently and not be one.
Zeshi looks up at you and is side-eyed and smirks and is like, well, let me tell you.
Cedric will just sort of like, yep, okay, this is gonna be the rest of the trip.
So it all involved a Leonin, a Minotaur, and a cow.
This is an interesting start.
So I was actually let me back up a little bit. So, all right, I'm making up the stories I'm going on.
Yeah.
Take your time, man.
I'm excited to hear this.
I'm
I'm
excited.
interested. Emma's curious to hear how you know Leonin fluently.
So there I was, trying to buy a cow from a Leonin.
Yeah. So there I was, seeing a Leonin with a next to a cow, and a Minotaur yelling at the Leonin, and I had no idea what they were saying. Leonin was growling, the Minotaur was just moving. I had no idea what was going on. So I fought the Minotaur.
Not reasonable.
So after, wrestled the Minotaur down using magic, depth, and my own wit, and then there I was, just with a Leonin. Didn't speak a lick of common. So I had to learn Leonin. So I spent about an entire month just sitting with this Leonin, trying to figure out how to its words.
Cedric's just sort of looking at you like with an eyebrow raised.
Like she's gonna look back at him. I had nothing better to do. It was a slow year.
What did the
Oh yeah, you spent a full month learning Leonin from the speak common.
and after you learned the language, did you figure out what was happening with the Minotaur?
I didn't think of it out until later to actually ask.
Well, that's interesting for sure. I will keep that in mind. How about you, Cedric? Anything interesting to add to the table?
Oh, I don't think you'd find my past that interesting.
You killed a man because he crossed your path and tried to attack.
No,
There's gotta be a reason for why.
Let me clarify. He didn't cross my path. He threw a bag over my head from behind and tried to throttle me, and I had to. I sort of do a throwback gestures, like I threw him into a nearby wall, and it was not quite so much a clear duel as I perhaps made it sound.
They're just
Not all
nodding.
the same. People don't just put bags over random people's heads. You have to have been doing something interesting for people to be coming
Oh,
after you.
maybe you should. Maybe you could ask him if he were still alive.
I'm asking about you. What made someone want to put a bag over your head? You've got a story you're not telling.
I'll say. All I will say. That's a question that I'm trying to answer as well.
Good enough. Let's move forward. Done anything interesting with that fancy knife?
Not yet. I'll
Maybe
keep,
fancy is the wrong word.
I'll keep you posted on that.
Okay. Are we out of the town yet?
Yeah, you guys are just leaving pretty much the town limits.
Should I have that ring he was talking about? Get there so much faster if you had it on. I'm curious. Do you guys think that box was really empty the whole time?
Impossible to say. They had any opportunity to remove its contents if it had some.
I was thinking, do you think they were staying at that inn we met at, Cedric?
So, come again?
The inn that we met at, or the tavern or whatever. Do you think they were staying there? We might be able to talk the guard, or not the guard, the
Innkeeper.
bartender into letting us into their room.
If they've been taken into custody, I suppose it's worth asking.
Might be able to find something worthwhile there. I want to check this cave first. I don't think there's much conversation to be had.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about anything? Like,
Cedric said pretty much all that he's willing at this point.
About the time you guys are breaking the city limits, the other two do manage to catch up.
Cool.
Where are you folk headed? West?
To
west
this
to the cave. I want to see what they had.
No, just a quick question to make sure we're on the same page. You're headed towards a cave to find defective wares that they themselves had trouble selling.
I believe the
Well,
Why?
free
I believe
loot
we're
is free
to-
loot.
confiscate it. Yes. If we're are we turning? Well, are we keeping it or are we turning it in?
This is my spoiler.
That's how good
We
it
got
is.
2 gold each. That is nothing.
Also,
So
there
you
could-
want to use these objects for yourself, you're saying? Or are you
I
going
want
to
to
turn
see
them
what
in?
they are
expecting-
and what they were.
Perhaps a bit of both. There's also the matter that one fellow used the word foot soldier. We
That is what I'm more concerned about. But on the same page,
didn't.
you're going to try and sell defective wares that they got in trouble themselves for selling.
I didn't say I was going to
Like
solve them.
anything.
I wanted to see what they had.
You're going to use them and put yourself at possible risk.
What's it to you? I'm nothing to you.
Davi's going to realize what's going on, and he's going to step between both of you and push both of your legs to separate you.
He just has his feathers on your shins.
Yes, small bear.
This conversation will stop if you do not respect each other's boundaries. Davi will be upset.
Well,
I am
wouldn't want to
respecting her
expect
boundaries.
you on,
I'm-
little storm giant. Why
I'm
don't we keep
concerned for
moving
her
forward?
safety.
Davi does not wish to see friends fight. Davi wants friends to get along. Because when friends get along, that makes Davi happy.
Well, I have yet to get an apology, and regardless, I'm still concerned for your personal safety. So I'm going to suggest against using those items for the future. But if that's what you so choose, I can't stop you.
Well, what is it? Yargov say, people are free to choose their own path in life. If that path may lead you into a cave full of bears, so be it.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Davi.
Well, we have a bear wrestler right here with us to help.
I mean, I can wrestle 2 bears at the most. 3 bears, you might be pushing it. After that, Davi get tired, and then get mauled by bears.
But Davi, there are 5 of us here. The 5 of us could easily take on some bear.
Davi is going to look everybody up and down. He's going to look up and down at Edna. He's going to look up and down at Clem. He's going to look up and down at Cedric, and then look up and down at Zeshi.
That she poses.
And he's gonna go. Davi thinks you all could use work if you want to wrestle bears professionally.
I do not want to wrestle bears. I'd rather make friends with them.
Well, maybe
I'm gonna lean
Wait.
over to. I'm gonna lean over to you're Cedric, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lean over to Cedric and be like, let's keep our eyes out for this whole foot soldier thing.
I agree. By the way, that was
Maybe you can teach me a thing or
I
two
didn't get a-
about bear
I
wrestling.
didn't get a chance to say, but I was quite impressive back at the docks. I've never seen someone convince people to turn themselves in like that.
Oh, it's easy. You don't lie.
I suppose.
I would say.
I'm gonna
it's
leave him
more
to
that they
think
could
on
get a
that and
merchant
just walk.
contract. That was pure deception. What are you talking about?
Deception? No.
You told
There's
them
no
they would go and get a merchant's contract, and then you convinced the player to
believe
play
she-
along with
I believe-
it.
I
They
believe-
is
absolutely
deception
could have
and
if their
not the
business
truth.
was honest, like mine.
I believe she said that they
No,
would be
no,
heard.
no.
Their
You
case would be heard.
deceived them. With
There was
your
no
own-
deceiving.
There was. I don't think you should say you were telling the truth when you were blatantly
All
lying.
that matters is problem was solved. No use putting salt over your deer jerky.
Davi,
It's
it's
too dry.
Davi, it's okay. What I'm saying, Edma, is I'm not lying. I am involved in what most would consider
You are,
shady
but you
business.
deceived them into thinking they could have the same thing.
Misled, deceived. There's
They are
discrepancy.
I gave them the hope that they might, knowing full well that they would fall short because their practices honestly are terrible. I expected them to fail, but I gave them the hope that they would succeed.
She did not lie. She simply omitted certain details.
It wasn't the truth.
Did they deserve
If you
the
want to
truth?
say I was lying, you can say I was lying. If you want proof,
No.
maybe that's a story for another day. I don't
Look
particularly
Dobby in
like
the
you enough
eyes.
to.
Okay, Davi?
You must stop salting the deer turkey. It is not good for friendship.
I'll keep that in the back.
Oh, good.
Quick question, RJ. Are you saying Edna? Are you putting an N in there?
It is an N.
Yes.
I don't think he's figured it out yet.
Hi.
Oh,
Davi is saying it wrong on purpose
Oh,
because
okay.
he doesn't
Okay,
know.
I wanted to be clear because I was like, Matt's not reacting, so I'm not sure if this is character or if nobody's telling him. Or if I
I
knew.
just figured I'm not saying anything because everyone said Edma. It's by this point he either knows or doesn't.
yeah, we got it.
Okay, but okay, it's a Davi thing. All right, sorry. Wanted to clarify.
Yep.
They're all good. Onward we march.
Yes, hello, Moon.
Mother, I crave.
He can smell Davi's minty fresh candy.
No. There's paint up here. Cats are not allowed up on the desk when there's paint.
Is that what you
Phoebe,
said?
you know why he's here. He smells Davi's minty fresh candy. No, it's a joke. Wait, no, come back. It's a joke. It's a joke. I was joking about the candy. God damn it.
It's too late.
You can't hear.
Yep.
Anyway.
I guess while we're all walking to this cave, I suppose Davi will just talk about his life on the mountain.
You guys have reached a patch of woodlands at this point. Just for clarification's sake, you are going through an actual forest now. Also, Phoebe, I'm sorry. I meant the candies. The candies Davi has. I didn't mean for you to actually go get mint. I'm so sorry.
Our small storm giant friend Davi, would you like another ride on my shoulders?
Come on.
It is tempting.
Yeah.
But Davi thinks that he should probably lead you through this forest. It looks dangerous, and Davi is very adept with navigating forest and mountainous terrain.
Okay, I'll let you take the lead. I'll draw my weapon distinct.
Beautiful.
Clem, quick question. Are you bringing your cart along?
No. I'm gonna put it in the stables for the time being. I don't feel like bringing it along.
Yeah, you're aware the mayor usually lets you tie him outside her office if you need to.
Okay,
Do
I'll put
something
him
else.
there. I'll say I brought him over when we brought the folks over for questioning.
Seems good. All right. Within a few minutes, you all find the cave. It's in a fairly large patch of rocks. It's not quite a mountain, but it does seem to. This stretch of stone does seem to go for a bit.
Well, right
I'd
here.
like to start going in.
Sure.
I have dark vision, so I don't need to.
I would like all of you to stay right here. Davi is going to go in and check if there are any bears.
I'm not letting you do that alone, my friend.
No, Davi is small. Bears don't see Davi because he is smaller than their vision. You see, bear is up here, Davi is up here. They will not see me.
Okay.
Are there any other objections to Davi checking it out alone?
Well, he's gonna sneak in or try to sneak in.
By all means, roll me stealth.
Right. No.
I am going.
That is a 22.
22. You think you're being pretty stealthy, Davi. You're not making a whole lot of tip-taps as you make your way into the mouth of the cave. Do you have dark vision?
I believe I do.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna check real quick.
Please do,
Alright,
obviously.
While you're checking, Edma is still worried about him, so she's going to strip her chainmail. And
That takes a few minutes, I think.
Yeah,
it does.
that'll take a
She's
bit.
just stripping herself down and then sneaking in to make sure everything's fine.
I had to bite back her reaction. I had to remember I wasn't playing Shava.
Yes, good call.
So, may I roll for stealth?
So I will say this: if you're trying to doff all your armor, you're familiar with how long it takes you to put it on and take it off. There's a decent chance Davi will be back, or something will have happened before you fully doffed your armor.
Sorry, it's chainmail, you said?
Yeah, I'm just gonna strip myself.
So that's
like
heavy armor.
5 minutes?
5 minutes for heavy armor, yeah. So
5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll leave that choice to you, but
Yeah, I'll still start taking my armor off.
okay. And what's the verdict, RJ?
I think I have it.
It should check it. Just go to features and traits.
It's in features.
Yeah,
Yeah.
specifically racial traits, it would be under.
Because I know I have it. Features and traits, it's like right up racial traits.
No, I don't think I have it.
Okay, Davi is wandering in the dark.
All right, so Davi, you get about 20 steps in, and it goes pitch black.
Yeah.
This is dark.
This is darker than the time you were small and Yargoth cupped you in both hands.
Oh boy. Can I discern anything?
The path you're on feels fairly wide. The ground is mostly dirt. You don't hear anything coming from within. No snoring.
So upon listening and hearing, Davi's going to light a torch.
Okay.
Good
So
sneaking.
Am I
So
able
you-
to sneak in? Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're about maybe halfway done taking your armor off.
Imagine Davi lighting the torch being like, I'm quiet, they cannot hear me.
Yeah.
Be quiet. Lights torch immediately just reveals 5 owlbears just sleeping directly around him. Davi, Jordan Peele. Oh no, Poppy warned me about this. So you strike up a torch, and at the moment there's nothing around you. There's the fairly sized cave around you, and it takes a leftwards bend up ahead.
He will go to the bend and look around the corner.
Okay. Around the corner, the cave opens up, and in that area, it's not very bright, but it's bright, almost like the moon is shining in, but you don't see any holes in the ceiling from where you're standing.
No discernible light source.
Davi will walk back to the entrance of the cave.
Davi will see.
You get you get back as Edma is putting down the last of her chainmail.
What did you see?
Why are you getting naked?
Well, I need to sneak in, and I can't quite do that with all of the armor.
Davi does not understand. You only get naked if you need to take bath. Do you need bath?
That is besides the point. What did you see in the cave? You lit a torch.
Davi is concerned for your hygiene.
I'm just gonna walk past Davi and start going into the cave.
With your armor still off, or are you gonna put it back?
My armor's still off.
Okay, would you
I'm
like to
sneaking
stealth?
into the cave. I am.
Okay, roll me stealth.
10.
You're not clanking around, not making
Sir,
too much noise as you
what is your
walk in.
problem?
What are you doing with your armor? Are you like putting it in your bag for now? Are you setting it on the ground?
Oh, I'm just leaving it by everyone. Saying, watch over this, please, and walking in.
Davi will say to everyone else, there is nothing in cave entrance. There is bend around cave. And then there is big opening with moonlight, but no moon. Very suspicious.
I don't hear
Nah.
any of this, considering I just walked in.
Did you see any reason for us to have to sneak through this cave?
Not particularly, but Davi wanted to be sure.
Mine is still.
Edmar, you reached the bend in the cave that Davi reached. Do you have dark vision?
I do have dark vision.
Okay, so you're able to... You can tell it's gotten a lot darker. You can still make things out. At least the path in front of you. And are you choosing to go around the bend as well?
Yes, I'm gonna go around the bend.
Okay. So you'll see the opening as well, and that area of the cave does seem moonlit. There are some, protrusions coming out of the walls, but that's just more stone. That's just how the room seems to have eroded. Are you entering the area?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. As you walk in, it's a fairly large, not a room, but a rectangular area. And next to you, there's some stone protruding out in almost like a semicircle from ceiling to floor. And on the other side of the room, on the left side of the wall, same thing. There's also two more openings in the stonework. But what you notice above you is a whole lot of moss that seems to be glowing, resting on almost the entirety of the ceiling.
The moss is glowing?
Yes.
Okay, well, that explains some of the kind of like stuff. There's gonna be stuff stashed around here. I want to try and investigate for anything of note.
Davi's gonna kind of walk into the cave and say, "Come on, it's safe, Davi chick."
Edma, give me investigation.
All right. Okay, that didn't. 17.
17. There's nothing too strange at first. There's the moss, the stone, and as you're investigating the ground, you find several sets of footprints, look humanoid, coming in and out.
I would like to try and follow them to where they were going inward.
Okay. Say you're going to follow them. On the far end, there are the two openings. You are going to follow these tracks to the... They go through the right opening. And as Edma's reaching that side of the room, Davi has led those who are willing to follow into the start of this area.
Yeah, I'll go in.
I'll go in.
Just you skip dark vision.
Okay. However, I'm going to keep moving forward into the right room.
I looked that up. Kenkos have low light vision, whatever that means.
It means if there's a little bit of light, they can see better, I believe.
I didn't see that on RJ's sheet. Let me look at that.
That could be the monster version of Kenko.
Yeah,
Like a DM's note.
monster and player version are not necessarily the same. Yeah, there's nothing on in the Kenku
All
version
right.
traits.
Oh, and Cedric and Zeshi are... When do you get dark vision?
No, I
Okay,
looked
for your
over
lineage?
it. No.
Okay.
I don't think I do either.
Wow.
Nothing
Okay.
says that I do.
This is
Am I the only
rare.
person with dark vision? That's great.
I don't think so.
Usually, most people in a D&D party have dark vision. This is unusual.
Right, it's usually like one or two party members who have to walk around and be like, can't see a damn thing, Captain.
Yep.
Luckily for you all, Davi's still carrying a torch around.
Bam.
Quick question, did anyone pick up Edma's armor?
That is a good question.
I don't think so, no.
I didn't. I ain't gonna carry Edna's shit.
I
She
wasn't
doesn't
the
want you to.
Yeah, I don't think I wasn't the thought about it, and I really don't think Cedric did it.
What do you two want? Why are you on my desk? Get.
All right.
Go.
So Quinn, are you saying Cedric didn't think of it either?
Yeah, I don't think he would have.
Alright.
All right.
So, Davi's torch, you all can tell it gets a lot darker very quickly in the cave. The torch helps keep everyone's vision in check, and you'll all enter the large room as Edma is investigating and starting to peer down the right entrance,
Oh,
which
no, I'm planning
is...
on marching right on in.
Oh, marching right on in. Okay. So it doesn't lead to another room. It leads to another winding pathway.
Are the footsteps still going?
They are.
Just gonna follow the footsteps.
All right. So you all are coming in, as you can see, Edma going deeper into the cave. You're now all in the more moonlit area. The moss hanging above you.
How high is the moss above us?
35 feet.
Okay. Then I guess we'll just keep walking the way Edna went.
Well, you might. What about these three?
Pretty moss.
Okay. Cedric, Glenn,
Yeah, just
following to the right pathway?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just following.
Emma, at this point, is crouching on the ground, kind of walking on the floor. She's just following the footsteps.
Okay. So you'll all follow Edma through the right tunnel. And
Oh, never mind. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, officially they do not have dark vision. Huh.
in this winding area, Edma, you hear what sounds like small sparks.
Small sparks?
Yeah, like electrical sparks.
Like as if there were
May not
like
be one
an,
of those instants.
like if they were an exposed, like in our world, if there were like an exposed current or something, like
Like those little tick, tick, tick.
okay.
Not soon. I hope it's not those imps. Just gonna keep following these footsteps. Right?
All right. As the rest of you are following a good, I'm gonna say probably 15 feet behind Edma. What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
13.
12 as well.
11.
14.
11, you said, Matt?
11.
All right. So as Edma's continuing onwards, the rest of you also hear that noise, and you can all see some of the vines that have grown into the cave and some of the kind of dead-looking twigs where the floor meets the wall. Little purple crackles start forming around them.
I'm going to stop in my tracks.
Around the vines?
Yeah, I'm going to. Can I tell what these vines are?
Look like, these are pretty common vines, actually, for cave systems.
This could be a case of magic going haywire.
Why would it be going haywire?
Well, that's what
Is
we.
this a trap?
And as you're discussing, the vines and twigs begin to move, shift, and shuffle about. Edma, at this point, you can hear this going on behind you.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, I know. I think I figured it out.
I guess I'll turn around and look behind me. Do I see the party?
You do see them. Davi's got his torch up and everyone else is there. The vines...
Who's by my arm?
With your armor, darling, nobody grabbed it. That's not what I'm concerned about right now.
As you say that, the vines swirl into these vaguely humanoid-looking shapes as they peel themselves off the wall. And the twigs do roughly the same, kind of cracking and snapping as they form vaguely humanoid bodies.
It was more of those fucking elementals.
The twigs form creatures roughly Davi size, while the rest fall into a more standard humanoid size. And I would ask everyone to roll initiative.
Well, before initiative happens, Stickford, if these are related to you, you would tell me, right?
Alright.
Sorry.
Initiative time. Let's go. Nope.
That is a 5, my friend.
You're going in dice jail.
Ooh.
Whoops. Oh, shit. No. That's worse. There we go.
Oh, that's always what you want to hear.
I messed up the overlay for a moment.
So I'm just going to go down the line here. Matt, what have you got?
18.
18. All right. Tyler, what have you got?
You got 5.
5. All right.
Your audio.
RJ?
Didn't hear what you said there.
I could see him mouthing 5.
Yeah.
17.
17. Pretty good. Phoebe?
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. And Quinlan?
Boom.
2. All right. So that leaves.
All right. Who's gonna roll good for me today?
All you guys with multiple sets of dice that you can use.
Yeah, you should get some more dice, Tyler.
You said one set of dice.
Tap into your inner goblin.
Okay, it's okay, Quinlan. I can lend you the Edgelord dice and you can use its power.
Oh my god. You will not seduce me to the dark side.
You have to do
You're not seducing to the dark side. Gerald in a fucking cloak. Hmm?
I don't know, Quinn. I've got
Oxygar.
these
Casually.
Feywild honey dice that are pretty pog.
Oh no, that doesn't. That's not a problem. I'm just saying he's not going to let me. He's not going to convince me to use the dark power that lies in that die. By which I mean the fact that it's almost certainly weighted wrong.
Yeah.
I was about to say, my dice are pretty, but they're all kind of average, if I'm being honest. None of them consistent very well. All right, so, Clem, you're up. For reference, there are 2 of each of these creatures, and they are kind of standing in a group between you guys and Edma.
I haven't had a chance to get my shit together since our last fight, so I'm going to make sure I have space between me and them.
Okay.
Oh, I've got plenty of space.
How wide is this tunnel?
This tunnel's maybe 8 feet wide.
Alright, I'm not going to use that then.
And there's only about 12 feet between the 2 bends that's straight. If that helps anyone.
So these guys are closer to the rest of the party than me? Because they're closer to the
They're
original
about
case?
halfway between you and the rest of the party.
Oh, they're between us. Alright. How far does that put them from there?
That puts them, if we're talking grid-wise, they're probably, there's them, and there's some square, like 1 square length, and then you. So, 10 feet technically. There's a 5-foot gap. So 1 step and you're within melee.
Unless you have a 10-foot melee range, like
Also
some
true.
characters do.
Unless somebody has a reach weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip.
Sure. Targeting who?
Whichever one is closest to me.
All right.
That is a cantrip. What are you doing?
Cat things.
Please tell me you saw that.
Vaguely.
She climbed up here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just
Where
kitten
goes?
things. All right. Is Vine Whip's an attack, right?
Thorn Whip, yes.
Thorn Whip.
We're playing
I'm
Pokemon.
on this turn, keep command creature make a melee spell attack.
All right, go for it.
I shit you not.
Say it.
Not 20.
Yeah. All right.
Jesus
Twice the amount of dice.
Christ. Listen, you gotta mix blood and honey. That's the way to go. Alright, you said double the dice.
Yeah, double the amount of dice you roll.
Alright, so that would be 1d6 normally.
86.
Jeez.
Oliver. Hi, buddy.
Oh God, what size are they? Shit.
2 of them are small, 2 of them are medium.
The one I'm hitting.
Medium.
Yeah, that still works. It comes 10 feet closer to me. Oh! Oh my God!
Pog.
Double sixes?
Max damage!
Pog.
What the fuck?
12 damage it is.
I can, hands off, I can take a picture if you want fucking proof.
No, nobody around here is a liar. Come on.
I haven't touched these things. Oh my God.
All right. So you whip this whip around this creature and just, you said 10 feet closer?
Yeah.
You just yank it right into your face.
I stepped back before that. I distanced myself before I hit them, so.
By how much?
Let's see, what's the range on this? It has a range of 30 feet, so we'll say I stepped back, max distance, and pulled them closer to the rest of the party, or pulled that one closer to the rest of the party.
Okay, so you took you stepped back 6 feet, because any more and you're starting to go around the bend.
6? Oh.
Yeah, because it's only 12 foot from end to end, and these guys were about halfway down.
We were using the weirdest fucking measurement, but okay. Yeah, I stepped back 5, I don't know, as far as I can go where I can still see them and just pull them towards the party.
Yeah, that doesn't pull them up to you. That does pull this thing into the other 3.
Yes, that'll work. We'll do that.
All right, anything else?
Nope.
All right.
That's it.
Edma, you're up.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm going to draw my sword and move towards these things and stab at one. How many of them are there?
There were 2 of each. 2 times 2.
2 of each. One of the medium ones is now up with the rest of the party, having been pulled by Clem.
Alright, I'm gonna take my sword and stab at one of the small ones.
Okay, go for it.
18 plus 23.
Absolutely, that's going to hit.
Alright.
That's barely grazes them.
By the
damage.
And how much is that?
13 damage.
13 damage. All right. Fair enough. You bring your sword down and just cleave through these dry twigs. Straight in half, almost on the perfect diagonal, and it falls apart.
It's expected from twigs.
Daffy is going to watch this and be horrified. He's actually going to slightly clutch Stickbird,
No,
Anything else,
Dobby.
Matt?
You don't need to worry about me. I wouldn't hurt you or your friend. I don't think I can do any more attacks, so...
All right.
No.
You must know what this little goblin has decided to find and do.
All right, then. Davi, would you like to spend your turn clutching Stickbird, or shall we do something else?
I will take the torch and plant it in the ground.
All right.
So that way I can have both my hands. I will reach behind me and pull out my axe.
Seems good.
And the thing that Clem pulled,
Yes.
I'm going to hack at that.
Go for it.
I'm going to piss. I will be right back.
Can't talk right now.
I'm making piss.
Oh,
Have a companion.
for me.
It's baby.
Hello, Dobby.
She can
Yeah.
escape.
Nat 2025?
I mean, if it's a nat 20, it's a crit.
Oh,
It's a nat 20. It's a nat 20.
Yep.
Double your dice, my man.
Yes.
This thing took 2 crits back to back. That's rough.
Davi's only done crits so far.
Shit.
Yeah, he's taken 2 swings in the fights, and they've both been crits. Someone's off to a good start this campaign, or they're gonna get real bad rolls near the end.
I mean, I've been getting some pretty pock rolls too, so.
First one was 12, second one was an 8, and then plus 3, so 23 damage.
You bring your axe through this thing's legs, go clean through, and the force sends the vine legs tumbling off towards Clem as they unravel. And the upper body just falls to pieces in front of the rest of the group.
I feel like I should be offended.
Does this count as killing someone?
In my eyes, yes, if that makes you feel better.
Oh, hey, don't be sorry. Davi did not mean to offend.
Oh, it's fine. They're trying to kill us anyway.
Self-defense.
I would have preferred to study them, but seeing as they're hostile upon contact. Well, let's just deal with the rest.
All right. The other vine creature will, let's see here. Interesting. Is going to. It's here. It's here. All right, it's going to move up to you, Cedric.
Alrighty.
And it will lash out its arms at you.
No.
I'm gonna need all of you to stop absorbing the good rolls.
Ah, shit.
I can't make things challenging if you take all the good rolls.
Well, we're level 1, so no.
I can't control it, Ethan.
You say that, Phoebe, but that makes me suspicious. It rolled a 7.
20 and max damage, and claims to control dice.
I may or may not have weighted all of his dice.
And this is why Davi has been deleted from existence.
Clem, I don't feel so good.
I was just it's like fucking endgame.
No, Davi!
Well, if it makes you feel better, Ethan, I just rolled a nat 1 and a 2 in a row, just for the heck of it.
The dice.
Well, you might, if you believe in it, you might have burned your bad rolls. And good thing too, because you're up.
The dice. I think the dice can tell when you're rolling them inconsequentially.
They know.
They know. All right, I got a question that I meant to ask last time, but forgot.
Sure.
My cantrip, Thunderclap.
Mm-hmm.
It says it.
It's a misleading one. I know exactly what you're about to ask. Go ahead.
What's the range on it? Is essentially
Yeah, the 100 feet is how far it can be heard, not the damage.
I figured that. I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, that is a lot of people get tripped up by the wording on that spell.
Yeah, that is very poorly written. Yeah.
Yes, the actual range is the 5 feet in the thing.
Okay. But so what's the grouping on these guys?
There is currently one up by Cedric and one little twig one over near Edma.
All right. The one by Cedric, I might just take out my daggers and go over the one by Cedric.
Okay.
Or else we're going rogue.
Now keep in mind, that if you're thinking Thunderclap, that's going to hit everyone 5 feet away from you.
Yeah, I know.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab the one near Cedric with my daggers.
All right. Take a swing.
Oh, and by the way, just for flavor's sake, I remind every you that Seshi just drops her dress and sends it off.
Bye.
And what's under it?
Like a rogue, not just a rogue outfit, like a halter
Okay.
top.
Okay, so it's just a dramatic flourish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
removing the outer
Yeah.
flowy layer and leaving just the combat outfit.
It's like it's like the final boss in Hades.
Edma is naked with a shield and sword.
I must ask, why again did you decide to strip at the beginning of this cave?
Because she needs a bath. Do not fear.
Did you-
Dovey will bathe
No
you.
way.
I did.
I was doing it for stealth purposes so that I could sneak in here and not worry about my armor. What is so hard to wrap around with that?
So
You do not have to be embarrassed because you're unclean.
Well, it confuses me for situations like this.
So apparently RJ
Well,
waited.
I
Did I
killed
hear that
one in
right?
one failed
Tyler.
swoop, and I don't see you doing that, so why
Did
don't
you
you
just
get
crit?
naked?
I did.
Apparently,
Have you crit? My lord! Here we go! Give me double them dice!
Everyone crits.
So apparently RJ weighted everyone's dice.
Hey,
It's just my dagger.
What's this everyone key my
don't you
stomach?
dare. You know this min-make blesses these dice the longer they stay in here.
Well, I was gonna say the only reason my dice are rolling normally is because I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you come
Wait.
back here, they're gonna roll 2
Quinn.
hours behind.
Quinn.
Just loaf.
Tiny though.
Ooh, grab that butt.
The thick loaf.
What'd you get, Tyler?
It's just I just used a dagger though, so it's only 10 damage.
I mean, for a dagger, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's what, 2d4 plus your dex? That's pretty good.
Yeah, 2d4. Yeah, I have 2d4 plus 3.
You get 10 out of that, that's pretty good. The one on Cedric, yeah, you carve a decent bit into this thing. Several of its vines just flop out of its chest, just flop to the ground.
Alright, well, he's gonna get it again. I got another dagger.
Well, oh, are you dual wielding?
I'm dual wielding.
Oh,
Ooh,
fancy.
the bonus
Wielding.
action comes.
Now remember,
Roll it.
your offhand, unless you have a feat, your offhand doesn't get your damage modifier.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a 17.
I remember
It's-
those days.
Give me another d4.
This is just gonna be a straight d4, and that is a 2.
Ooh. You give this thing a jab in what you think its eye is, for good measure.
For good measure. Like, splice it in half, and you're just like, oh!
All right, that leads us to Little Twig Man, who's going to attempt to slash at the naked Leonin's ankles.
Bite your ankle!
God bless it, it's gonna try. Well, God bless him, he got a 19.
Yeah, that hits. That would have hit even if I had my armor on.
Well, minimum damage, what can you do? You're gonna take 2 slashing damage.
I don't know
It's
if
a little more irritating to your ankle than painful, but it gets like a good cat scratch in there.
It reminds me of home dealing with the litter.
And that leaves us with Cedric.
All right. Cedric is mildly surprised that there are still some of these things standing for him to attack. I'm going to take out my pike and go after the one that is trying to grapple me and trying to hit me and stuff.
Go for it.
It's lost a few vines after Zeshi got it, but...
All right. Manifest. All right, it not crit, but I did get a 19.
That's still going to
close.
hit.
Yes.
That is close enough.
Well, it wasn't a natural 19.
A 19's a 19, my man.
No, I was okay. That was a 2. So my great weapon master lets me re-roll that. Okay, so 4 plus 4, so 8 damage.
All right, you jam your pike into this thing, severing several more vines, multiple vines, to the point where one of its arms like flops to the ground as the vines connecting it no longer seem to have the structure in order to hold it up.
And you know what? Because I took some hits in the last fight and I never got a chance to, or at least I don't think I short rested. I'm going to use second wind So you get some
All
HP
right.
back.
I'm still sitting on mine.
Nice, back to full. Alright.
Back to full. And the turn moves to the resident druid.
What's left standing?
A vine creature that is rapidly losing any structure in its body, and a small twig creature attempting to take out the large cat woman. It's not doing a great job at it, but it's trying.
You really want to just like pick up my leg and like stomp it and like smash it into the ground?
It's doing its best.
Did I send you that one?
You're an artist.
Did I send you that one picture, Ethan, where it's like Bear? Was it Bear breaks into local home and plays the piano poorly, and someone's comment was, "He's trying his fucking best, all right."
Yeah,
You haven't, but that sounds amazing.
he's doing his best.
What's he doing? His best.
Look, the fact that the bear's playing the piano at all is fucking me.
He wants to play some chopstick, man.
Fuck it, I'll whip another one into the group. Hold from the back.
Are you going for the little guy or the bigger guy?
Well, the bigger guy's still medium, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's currently engaged with Cedric. All right, do it.
Okay, that's more reasonable. That's more normal. 16.
That hits.
Uh, 3. 3 damage.
3. And you said you're pulling it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so this magical whip wraps around it. It just kind of goes past you, Cedric, and wraps around this thing. And as Clem gives it a yoink, she basically pulls it in half. Just, it's standing, pull.
Whoops.
And the vines crumple to the ground in a mess. Clem, you have pulled some of the vines to your feet.
These things have absolutely no structure.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I know what would help with that. Haven't tried it myself yet, though.
Well, Edma, it's your turn, and you've got the last living hostile creature going at your ankles.
Get him.
I cannot read that. Oh, that's a 2. So I don't think that's gonna hit.
A two modified to what?
2
7?
modified to 7, yes.
So you find yourself maybe getting a bit too chill because this thing's not really presenting as a threat. So you just go to stab it, and as it's just rapidly scratching, you just kind of stab, and it just happens to be over to the side trying to scratch a different spot on your ankle.
Thing is more of an annoyance than a real threat. Do you guys mind if I just keep moving on?
Yes!
No,
Kind of!
You need a bath.
So is this thing, like, it's on my foot, like, scratching at my ankles?
Yes.
Can I just keep walking forward with it on my ankles?
Yep, you to trigger an attack of opportunity, and that's it.
I'm just imagining taking it with me. I'll go
It's not
for it.
connected, but it is badly trying to scratch your ankles.
You should probably just wait.
I can. I'm just going. It would be fun to just march on with it just biting at my ankle.
No, not a good idea.
Marching forward?
No,
No?
not in this occasion.
All right. Davi,
Right,
you're up.
Dobby will see.
You must slay a possible relative of Stickbert.
He will see the twig man, and he will say, look at Stigbert and go, "Oh, please, Stigbert, do not hold the malice against me. Davi do this to protect his friend." And Davi will charge the stick man.
You must destroy Darth Stickbert.
Stickbert's evil brother.
That is a 19 plus 5.
Man, who knew twigs could flex?
Oh, damn. And that's going to be 15 damage.
You charge at this thing. A strange somberness in your chest as you bring your axe down.
I imagine, you know that music that plays when Handsome Squidward is like falling, the opera music? I imagine like tears are coming out of Davi's eyes and that music's playing as he's charging with the axe.
Oh, listen.
And you just take your swing. You're not sure if you can look, and it cleaves down. And from Edma's perspective, you just run over, tears coming down your face, and just crush this thing in half. You just split it in half, and the twigs go everywhere.
So amazing, and pick you up and just throw you in the air. Oh, you're so strong. You're amazing.
I have committed crimes against my friend Stickboard.
No, you have protected your friends.
Me.
It's okay, Davi. I'm pretty sure Stickbird and that creature are not related in the least.
Oh, okay.
They're from different parts of the mountain. They're not even related.
He is going to drop his axe and lunge at your face.
Lunge at my face?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have a breastplate to jump off of this time, just my tata.
No, you picked me up.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to jump out of your arms into your face.
And do what?
Davi, can
He's going to pull out a bar of natural lilac soap that he made himself from stuff that he found in the woods. And he is going to take some of his water skin, pour it on Edna's head, and start rubbing her fur.
Now is not the time. I can clean myself.
Beth, be quiet.
I am not ashamed of my body. I'm going to try and
your body
pull
is not shameful. It needs to smell like lilac. And gooseberry.
He's not tiny. You can just...
Look, Davi, I appreciate it. Now is not the time. I can clean myself. My body is good. This is a tactical reason.
Clem's just gonna giggle and not help at all.
Actually,
I do not understand what this is.
So, Davi,
Tactical nakedness.
it is worth noting cats are known to clean themselves using.
That's risky.
Not inaccurate.
He's going to walk over to Cedric, and he's going to put some water on the soap.
I'm good.
And he's just gonna start washing himself with it.
Okay.
Edma is going to just keep marching onward in the cave.
Fair
She's
enough.
gonna get back on all fours on the floor following the tracks.
Davi, do you really think now is the best time to bathe yourself?
So you guys are watching as Edma just gets on all fours and continues following the floor closely.
Like, should I do as Edmund do and practice this tactical nakedness?
No, just bathe yourself later at a more opportune time.
Okay, Davi will have tactical bath.
Pardon?
Well, this is tactical bath. This is
Yes, you are going to bathe at the right moment so as to not inconvenience yourself. That is good job.
I'm going to have to clarify, Davi, do you know what tactical means?
No, not quite. But Davi thinks that if enemies can smell how good Davi is, they will fear his hygiene.
Maybe they'll fuck you.
What?
You're
I
gone.
wouldn't understand.
Yeah. You're not in the room anymore.
You're out of the room.
Am I not in the room anymore, Ethan?
You're
How
not
far
in-
along
I mean,
am
you
I?
said you were prowling down the rest of the corridor.
Alright, then where am I at?
I will tell you. You have entered another fairly large room. I should mention, even this hallway has that moss on its ceiling.
Okay.
The hallway and the room you enter. Except now the moss has grown down the walls and onto the floor. And it's a lot harder to see footprints now. The footprints do lead into this area. And there is another opening on the other side.
Is that the only opening?
That's the only other opening you see.
Well, if I don't see any footprints leading directly there, I want to search the room for any stashes.
Okay.
Obviously.
As you step into the moss, you notice a couple of almost little puffs pop up under your feet. Could you roll me a Constitution save?
Ooh.
I can. 14?
You sneeze a bit as some of these get to you, and you feel a little drowsy, but it's kind of like it's. Oh, jeez. It's like it only lasts for about a second.
Can I investigate the room? Can I?
Sure. Roll me investigation. What are the rest of you up to while she's doing that? Are you still all talking about tactical bathing?
Well,
Bathing?
after that conversation, I'm just gonna start heading down the way. And
Davi will finish washing his feathers, and he will follow. He will follow Clem and go. Would you like to take tactical bath too?
I will take a bath later, darling. Thank you.
Oh,
I just realized.
Can Davi- Oh, go ahead, Tyler.
I just realized that Kenku is using soap. He's pretty sure it's not soap.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that it's soap and a kenku.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We have come full circle.
That was the form Cass was in.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
This was a kenku.
Oh my god.
Davi will say, "Oh, you're going to take bath? Can Davi help?"
I have taken a bath this morning, Davi. I don't need another.
Barbarian has gone from asking the kenku for soap to being the kenku and using soap.
Many bath.
What?
I think I cut.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But Davi basically said to Clem, "But you can never have." Hold on.
I can never have. I heard you. Oh.
He's reloading.
Oh.
Turn your camera back. You go.
Are we back?
There he is.
I don't know why Discord watch app
It seemed to. It's having a hard time tonight.
better.
Yeah.
Are you actually gonna reconnect?
Maybe. Can you hear us? We can hear you.
I don't know why Discord is just.
I can hear you guys.
I have no idea why. He's. Hold on, I'm gonna close it.
Okay. Yeah, it's stuttering.
Jeez. Okay.
Is it truly one of our D&D campaigns if we don't have technical issues partway through a session?
That's fair.
Usually it happens at the beginning, but yeah.
Usually, but occasionally it decides to interrupt and rear its ugly head.
Indeed.
There was a couple of times while you were DMing where it just like froze on your end for no reason.
Oh my
right?
god. All the fucking time. For me, all the goddamn time.
Yeah, just and talk about the worst. Of course it freezes you when you're trying to run the game.
Well,
Okay.
what the fuck?
Me too.
What is this bullshit?
It's your
I
internet.
mean-
Well, he tries to figure that out. I'm gonna go get a refill.
Okay.
The reason is why it should be happening. What the fuck?
I mean, I'm not having any problems on my computer.
It's not a computer issue, it's a Discord issue.
Well, no, yeah, I get that. I'm saying that Discord's not giving me any problem. I can just see it pretty clearly.
Wait, we're gonna go to browser.
Browser Discord. Wow.
Is Markiplier having another big stream or something?
Because it's still fucking.
I don't
Oh,
know.
not that I know of.
Because last time it was this bad.
Yeah, I remember.
Cat motherfucker.
Yeah, no, he isn't live.
Why? What?
Anything right there?
See shit.
I mean, hey, I
It
can
doesn't
hear
look
them.
like a cozy spot.
Uh, and it seems like they can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Stuttering.
We can hear you.
It's still stuttering a lot.
I don't hear any stutter.
I do.
Oh.
It's continually stuttering.
We're stuttering for you.
Has he got it working?
No, he says it's still stuttering, but I'm unsure which end. I think we're stuttering for him because I can hear him just fine.
Yeah,
His video
everything's
cuts
good on
me
my
out,
end.
though.
Discord isn't down.
Matt, you can hear us, right?
I don't know.
Matt?
Matt.
No.
Oh, your audio's connected to them.
Computer.
That's weird.
Can you Rudy down?
I'm trying, but Discord is being a piece of shit.
That's like straight static.
What, mine?
Jeez.
I mean, it doesn't seem like mine's having any problem.
TV static, but the audio version.
Could you maybe...
Shoot, I left my drink in the other room. Good job, me.
Actually gonna fucking function or what?
Nope. Full breakdown.
God. Fuck you, Discord, you piece of fucking shit.
Me too.
Ugh. God. That was super annoying.
You're
And
still...
it's still being a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're still super laggy, and your audio is, like, super staticky.
It sounds like rain.
Yeah, that's pure room tone.
Ugh.
Yep.
He did.
Odd.
Yeah,
It's
very.
just
Usually
odd.
we're able to resolve these a little faster.
Yeah, this is worse than usual.
Severely.
This one took a massive shit.
Right back. Again, I can see you in the thing. You guys hear me?
I can hear you.
It keeps going from full like green bars down to one red bar, back and forth, and for some reason the ping is super fucking. Oh, you have an average ping of 837.
What the fuck?
Lovely.
Like, we can hear you. Oh, we can hear you
There's
now.
literally no reason for that.
I don't know if he can hear us though.
100.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
You're not staticky anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm watching the settings. God, it's so funny.
Is it functional?
I think so.
Can you hear
Well,
us?
no, but it's functional for me, but everybody else keeps lagging for some godforsaken reason. Thanks, Discord. Alright, let's see how fast this is.
Do we wanna? Are you gonna restart your computer?
That's the only thing I can do.
How do you see the ping?
You hover over where it says video connected in the bottom left. The bars.
Bullshit updates.
One moment, we're restarting his computer.
Yeah, okay.
Started and set up in a minute.
Yeah, my ping is
Yeah,
like
seems like
20
maybe a minute.
milliseconds.
I've got like 70.
I can't hear my audio on my computer because I'm plugged into his computer, just so you guys know.
I mean, I swear to God, if it was fucking Windows updates, I'm gonna find fucking Bill Gates and kill him.
Yeah, I'm sitting around
Seems like you're
72.
While you're
800.
at it, can you get Jeff Bezos?
Mine's 69.
Jeffrey
Giant
Bezos.
space fucking road.
Born in 1969. Jeffrey Bezos.
I need to that fixed that I'm gonna be mad as hell.
I want to see what happens if I ever get an Ethernet cable and connect it directly into my computer over at my Steps' house. With his...
So, for some reason, Windows Updates decided to shoot my ping up to 900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Bill Gates is gonna die.
Like I said, I'm gonna go find Bill Gates and fucking kill him.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of suspected, because my computer also tends to run worse whenever Windows updates
I will become back my
sit
money.
around.
Yeah, really.
I rolled a 19.
It
for my
just works.
investigation.
Okay. So, you determine that there's nothing physically in this room, but you are now starting... It's not as clear as in the derp. You are starting to discern a footpath again.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to prowling on all fours and following his foot.
Alright. You get about halfway through the room by the time everyone else makes it to the entryway. And you all see, obviously, Edma prowling through the moss that has now gotten onto the floor, making this room significantly brighter than the others. And every step she takes, just these little puffs shoot into the air.
Do I notice them coming out of the room, or am I focused? I might be more focused.
What the hell is this moss?
Hold on. What was that, Matt?
Am I gonna notice them coming into the room?
Nothing particularly loud about them, so...
Right, then, yeah, Edna's just prowling forward. If you guys say anything, she'll take note of you guys. She's not focused on.
I want to know what this moss is, or if I know what this moss is.
Go for it. Give me nature.
I shall deliver you all of nature. Or you just roll on the fucking floor. Cool. 12. Okay. 13, 14, 15, 16.
16. Clem, you don't recognize this moss. You're not terribly familiar with any sort of bioluminescent moss. What you can discern from what you do know is that those little puffs Edma is shooting up are probably some sort of spore. And given how plants tend to work, there's a decent chance that it is not wholly benign to your
Alright,
party.
everyone. For your safety, cover your mouths through this part, as Edna's steps have seemed to... I don't know. Those spores don't look friendly. They might not be. Or they're harmless. Do you want to take those chances? I don't think you do.
It's sleepy. She's sleepy. Edna just keeps moving forward as the Gilman's back.
Actually.
All right.
Can I... have I encountered these before? My well-traveled... roguiness?
Roll me history.
History? That's two. Modified 20.
Modified 20. No. Honestly, this doesn't seem exciting enough to be in one of your stories.
Alright.
It's a moss that apparently might make you a bit sleepy. Kind of run-of-the-mill Fazeshi.
Yeah. Now the moss that exploded, that was fun stuff.
That was a different story. So if I have this right, the remainder of you guys are going to walk across covering your mouths?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
probably still gonna have to make saves, because who else isn't that?
There are a lot of spores coming up, but you're all going to make con saves with advantage for taking that precaution.
1
Can
second.
I just two to try to blow it away? It's a cantrip.
It is a cantrip. The thing is, the whole room is full of them.
Oh, that's true.
You see the thing I sent you, Ethan?
I just saw it pop up and reading it now.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I think that Nutella pizza was bad.
Alright.
I'm like halfway through it, and that's
Alright.
when I left earlier for a while, and then I just finished the rest of it, and now I don't feel so good again.
Okay, so what does everyone have?
What? Oh.
What?
Not.
Oh no, you've already passed the save. What'd you say, RJ?
25.
25. Alright, you're getting a lot of those.
Here goes my bad rolls. I rolled a 4 and a 6. So my con save is 679.
Alright.
9, alright. Quinlan, Tyler?
24.
16.
16? Alright. So, as you're all walking through, Davi, the spores are kind of shooting up past you. So you're not having, like, you've got your mouth covered, so any that would go, like, right into your nose are going around your hands.
Right. It's just sitting there like this with its beak.
Yeah. It's rolling harmlessly off you. Cedric and Zeshi, you guys are, with your precaution, managing to keep it out of your systems. Clem, a few of the spores do manage to slip up through your fingers, and you start feeling excessively drowsy very quickly.
Oh, fuck. I don't pass out there and then? Just really
but
tired.
you're feeling like you need to sleep now.
I'm gonna grab out into, like, whoever's just in front of me. Like, for help.
I'll say Cedric happens to be the closest.
Alright, I'll grab, try to pull her along without letting her fall over or anything. If...
As you're pulling her along, she does just kind of go limp. You can hear her still breathing.
Okay, I'll just sort of try to, like, gather her next to me and just have her collapse on my side, so I'm...
Alright, and you
I'm
all...
out.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Clem is out cold. You all make it across. Edma's still prowling down the next corridor. And in the next corridor, after you reach it, the moss is still in the ceiling, but it has receded away from the floors and walls.
So when we get out of that patch, and Cedric brings Clem, obviously limp and tired, now we will see this and go, why is Clem taking a nap?
Some dangerous spores that seem to induce unconsciousness. Dangerous plant life. Or fungus life, I suppose.
I see. Davi have old giant's trick to wake her up.
You're just gonna scream.
So he's gonna like kind of take Clem and put her down on some rocks. And he's going to reach into his pouch and pull out some deer jerky. And he's gonna reach into some of the deer skin and pull out some natural salt and just start hucking it on the fucking deer jerky as much as he can.
He's gonna salt the jerky.
And he is then going to take the tip of this over-salted deer jerky and put it, like, open her mouth and put it on her tongue.
I have no idea if this would work realistically.
If this doesn't work, I have a way to get her back up.
So you put it in Clem's mouth, and it just kind of sits there before just kind of sliding out and falling to the ground.
I thought that would work.
It
It did not.
Did you test it before?
No.
So she's gonna walk up and it's like, nice try. Let me try something.
And obviously, Edma, you hear the small commotion going on behind you.
Alright, so Zeshi's gonna
I'm gonna keep looking for it.
Zeshi's gonna point out of range so it doesn't hurt anybody, and then she's gonna in the middle of an echoey cave, he's going to cast Thunderclap.
All right. So
Oh!
you do this apropos of nothing. Nobody is hurt. You success in that. Cedric and Davi, you're both at the very least extremely startled as this sound just ricochets all around you.
Actually, Davi would not be startled. He has been struck by lightning
That's
twice.
Maybe a
It's
bit.
less the fact that it's loud and more that it's coming out of nowhere.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. It's more like you know what, Davi? You have a war flashback to being struck by lightning from this.
PTSD.
Notice that. He'll shake his head. There's power in the walls of this cave, and he's gonna start clawing at the sides of the cave. Cave, give me the power of lightning.
Question is, does it wake up Clem?
Edma, you are severely startled by this. You had no idea what they were doing back there.
Edma's like fur is all like back and like she like glances behind her, almost hisses, catches herself, and goes, "No, not in front of people."
You're not in front of us. You're off.
This is a very echoey cave, and Clem, you do jolt awake. This is enough to jolt you awake.
Cool.
Like being right next to a thunderclap. So you like straight stand up, just right out of it.
You just
What on earth was that?
Your mouth is dry, by the way.
Yeah.
Quite dry.
And you just see Zeshi grinning at you.
You see Zeshi grinning, Cedric's just kind of there, seeming a little stunned, and Davi is clawing at the walls.
You will give me your power. You will make me strong.
What on earth happened?
I slung my finger right by your head.
You fell unconscious from the spores back there, I believe.
Explains why my ears are ringing, but why is my mouth dry and
You can
I
salty?
point at Davi.
Yeah, we're not just the same.
You insult me, Cave. You make mockery of my efforts. I will wrestle you. And Davi will attempt to wrestle the cave.
I think we can just imagine what Davi wrestling the
Just like slapping himself against the wall, just come on, give me, I got you.
The
A couple
question,
of rocks, a chunk of moss falls on him.
the question is, does the cave sweat nervously?
I mean,
No, but the moss might.
With the moss.
I don't like that you got close to the mic for that.
I'm sorry. Hard to resist. I'm not going to do it frequently.
It's okay.
So would you four like to... Well, once everyone's ears stop ringing, would you like to continue onwards after Edma?
Oh, Jerry,
Yes.
it is gone.
quite.
Okay. There is no more power in this cave. We will progress.
Yes, let's.
All right. Edma, as you're still ahead, you find yourself at a fairly narrow part of the cave, maybe 3 feet wide. 3.5 maybe. But inside are a few more thin vines, but you can see just by looking at them, they've all got little thorns on them.
Is that a creature?
They just hanging there.
They just seem to be growing on the walls.
I need you to pause for a second. This
Yeah.
They're gonna
goblin
impede my passage.
stood on top of the trash can that pops open when you push down. Must have jumped off and then jumped back on, but went in because it was open. I saw it open and I closed it because I didn't see her in there, but she was in there screaming.
Oh my
That
god.
is honestly amazing.
You're a goblin. Child.
Is the thorned vines gonna impede my passage?
Given the narrowness of it, they might if you're not careful.
I want to take my sword and just scrape them off.
Okay. Yeah. The rest of you are going to catch up by the time Edma's cleared a pretty decent path in the beginning of this.
And then at that point, I'm just gonna put my sword away and take out my shield and just use that moving forward.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask
no,
one more time, Edna. Do you have any preservation instinct at all for your fellow man and or woman?
I figured whatever's going on with us is pretty standoffish, so I did what I thought you would disregard it.
I don't understand why you think everyone else is cold as that, but duly noted.
Those footprints. Am I still following?
You are. There are now thorny vines resting on the ground. Easy enough to step over, but you've got to be careful as you're still squeezing through.
Okay.
Could somebody possibly burn the vines?
Possibly. Edma's already in the passageway, though, so that's up to you.
Yeah. I'm just going to... I'm going to take my javelins, just kind of... As I'm walking, I'm just going to take the tip and just keep banging it up and down to cut them as I'm walking.
Fair enough.
Oh.
And that good thinking is going to get the group through pretty easily. And Edma, you'll be the first to pop out into maybe the largest opening yet. And you don't currently see any other openings. The moss lines the ceiling, a little bit of the walls, and also lines the 4 natural-looking pillars that connect the wall to the ceiling in a roughly square pattern in this room.
You said there's still vines all around?
No, moss. The vines mostly are only growing in that crevice. So when you exit, there's maybe a couple by the entrance, but nothing problematic.
I want to search for this supposed stash again. You said there's no other exits in this room, right?
You don't see any.
All right, I'm going to investigate for any stashes, and as I'm doing this, I'm going to tear all of the moss off the walls.
Okay. Then the first thing I'm going to have you do is roll me another Constitution save as you tear them off, and the spores fire into the air in front of you.
Okay. 17 plus 5, I think that's 23. Yeah, 23.
You cough a bit from them, but you feel tired for even less time. This time. Now it's really just mostly like a brief head nod, and then you're back to good. And then if you could roll me your investigation check.
It landed on my dice. 19.
19. So as everyone else is exiting, you're the first to hear some more sparking in the room. In fact, this is full-on crackling. A sound not unlike what you heard at the fountain.
Prepare for more of those elementals. I can hear them coming.
Are you sure it's going to be elementals? Could be anything.
I mean,
Yeah,
if it's
you're right
made of an element, it'll be an elemental.
And as she says this, you can all hear what sounds like a little bit of rustling, and some of those spores from before seem to be falling down into the room with you.
Not more.
By the way,
I'm gonna hold my shield.
I need to head out soon.
Don't worry, Tyler. I got you covered, man. And looking up, given that the spores are falling down, you see something crawling along the ceilings. Maybe 10 feet long.
Uh-oh.
6 feet high, maybe. And forgive me, I'm no Phoebe, but... Wait for that to load.
What?
Oh, you have art.
The creature I just sent meets all of your gaze,
Oh,
crawling
no.
along the ceiling.
Not this.
Is that like a lizard?
Oh no.
It's a lizard.
I like that.
No.
And as this chameleon-like monster looks at you, the purple-like crackles just going down its body. Its tongue hangs out for a second. And it just... You didn't know lizards could roar, but this one does. And we will be ending the session there for this week.
Alrighty.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh jeez! Oh God! Oh fuck!
Oh god, oh fuck.
Oh no! Jeez! Oh fuck! Oh God! I know what that is. I know what that is. Clem doesn't know what that is, but I know what that is.
I got to use it, Phoebe.
I'm no spring chicken.
This is fun. Not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
In the cave.
that was a great session.
Thank you.
I
It
enjoyed
warms
it.
my heart to hear you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed all the role playing in the first half.
Honestly,
that was quality.
I think my favorite line was just fucking Edma. Hiss it by the hiss. No, not in front of people.
She's got to hold herself highly. She is a champion.
But yeah, Davi will think long and hard about tactical nakedness and tactical paths.
And
Tactical
wrestling.
bat.
Wrestling
I love
case.
that we're about to fight a
But he
bat.
was wrestling in cave because he wanted to take its power for himself. See, it's
Go.
It's very interesting for me to play a naive character because I have to think how they would perceive the situation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because